everybody. Good morning. How are you? Good to see everybody. Let's take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. Just finished reading the newspaper. Every morning I come in, I read the newspapers, and every paper is the same. Most of the news is that Leno and Letterman are a tenth of a point apart. That seems to be the big news.
That's the front page, huh?
It's really weird, too. You know, Letterman never used to do a lot of publicity, but I guess now that he's a tenth of a point apart from Leno, he's out there talking about his show and stuff. I was reading this Esquire article on Letterman, and the whole article is about how unhappy he is. And I mean, it's just like, I'm so sick of that whole...
So...
You know, he's very unhappy because...
Go away.
You leave if you're that miserable. You know,
we don't need you that bad.
For an hour a day, Dave is only happy.
Yeah, he's only happy when he's doing that stupid show.
Certain people get the best press, and I never know why. I mean, I like Letterman's show, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's reinvented the wheel. I think he does a talk show.
And obviously, if he's scrapping with Jay Leno,
how good
he
could it be?
doesn't do anything different.
If you're good, you should be able to beat Jay Leno.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying if you did something different, you wouldn't have to.
Right.
Run around doing a lot of publicity, say, watch me, watch me.
But every article is the same, how Dave, after the show, beats himself up and holds himself personally responsible and yells at himself. They describe a psychopath.
Yeah.
And I don't buy it.
He should be locked up.
Yeah, well, I don't believe any of it. I mean, I know on some level I'm the same way in the sense that I'm very hard on myself about what I do, but who isn't? I mean, if they
but he seems to be making a show of it.
Yeah.
The show is in his office after the show.
Yeah, they should put a camera back there.
I want to see him yelling and screaming and flailing around on the floor.
Yeah. Fred, why did you just play that sound effect?
It's the sound of a person kind of like losing control.
Oh, okay. Jeez, I missed that one.
I tried to just talk over it and ignore it.
I potted it down.
I'm trying to do something different.
All right.
Maybe we should just do a talk show.
There you go.
Good start, Fred.
Go and do some publicity.
Fred must have gotten a lot of sleep this week, and he's all full of energy this morning.
Well, I tried.
I think that's an early sound effect. If people go back through the history of the show, I don't think a sound effect has appeared that early.
No. That's the first time Fred's woken up this early.
I think you're wrong, Robin, but I won't dispute that.
Did you sleep all weekend?
Me?
Yeah.
Part of it.
You're on fire today, my friend. There you go. But if I hear one more article about Letterman, you know, he's so unhappy and
Well, now it's become, a whole thing because there's always the story about how he shoved the piece of paper to Terry Garr saying, I hate myself.
Yeah, I would do that, too.
In the middle of an interview. He's in there shoving notes.
I think he's trying his damnedest to make himself interesting, and he's not. It's like one of those things like where you just, only for 1 hour a day am I happy. And I hate myself, and I'm not talented, and I always feel like I'm going to lose everything, and
Well, if you don't take care of that $14 million they gave you,
even if you feel like that, I mean, would you spend that much time talking about it?
I thought show business was about hiding all of that.
Then there's this other weird move they do in these interviews with Letterman. There's always like a big thing about how Letterman edited out of the show a remark about Jay Leno.
Mm-hmm.
Don Rickles came on and said, hey, I got to leave. I'm going over to Jay Leno's for dinner. And Dave said, this is during the taping of the show, well, I guess you'll enjoy the peace and quiet. Now, evidently, that's a derogatory remark. I don't even get it. But they all make a point of saying how Dave edited that out of the show. I'm saying, well, wait a second. If Dave didn't want that comment out there, why is he busy telling every reporter about how he edited that out of the show?
Yeah, it's that same Madonna syndrome where he was supposed to be so upset about the Madonna show.
Yeah.
Yet he kept her out there for several segments.
Yeah. But you were not upset. I know when I get upset with the way something's going, I say goodbye to somebody.
Yeah, you get him out of there.
Oh, never mind. Hey, Captain Jenks is on the phone. He called Alex Trebek. This is a great phone call. I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard about it.
Alex Trebek, the host of Jeopardy?
Yeah, he called AM Philadelphia, I guess, and said to Alex Trebek, asked him what he thought of me.
Uh-huh.
And Alex Trebek's, a puppet head. He doesn't really have an opinion, so I think he was just floundering around for an opinion, but he couldn't come up with a negative one or a positive one.
Well, this goes to show you, we've always talked about how he really doesn't know the answers to those questions.
Yeah.
Jeopardy, he just pretends to be smart.
Because this was a pretty easy question. Captain Jenks?
Yes, good morning, King.
How are you? How are you, Captain Jenks?
All right, how are you?
All right. So what happened?
Yes, Alex Trebek was on AM Philadelphia on Friday morning, and I just decided to phone in and ask him what he thinks of you.
Excellent work.
Here it is.
I wonder what he said.
Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Alex, you like Howard Stern?
Do I like Howard Stern?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Howard Stern because I don't listen to the program, so I don't get to hear him that often. I know he's done takeoffs on us. I think Howard is a very intelligent guy, and I would like it better, I suppose, if he didn't feel he had to go way out here in order to appeal to his audience.
He does a bit called Black Jeopardy.
Yeah,
have you ever heard it?
I know, but I've heard he does Nude Jeopardy also or something.
Nude? No, that one. I've heard Black Jeopardy. I haven't heard Nude Jeopardy.
He's done Nude Jeopardy. I've never gotten a call to host. I don't know why. Someone else obviously seen my body.
Well, maybe you should talk to Howard about that. I'm sure he'd like your input. Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Two goofballs. He goes, I haven't heard the show. I've never heard it in my life, but I wish you wouldn't have to go all the way out there.
I'm not a big fan. I've only listened a couple of times.
But I've never heard the show.
I'm actually very surprised that, I'm surprised that he actually knows about it, but this is the first time I've ever heard him.
Of course he knows about it. He listens to the show. He just didn't know what to say.
I know the host of the program listens intently. Wally Kennedy, yeah. He loves you.
I understand there's a Black Jeopardy and a Nude Jeopardy. Laugh a minute with that, Alex Trebek. You know what's funny about Alex Trebek? It's like...
He's a lucky man. That's what's funny.
He's a talk show host who's in show business, but he sounds like a lawyer. You know? I understand that...
That's exactly how he questions those people who are playing Jeopardy.
When Alex Trebek does that one little segment on Jeopardy, when he's got to talk to somebody, when he's got to interview the guests, it's disaster. It spells disaster.
That's why they keep it short.
Yeah. Sounds like a driver's ed teacher. Well, hey, that's pretty funny.
I think he's an intelligent man. Oh, he now passes judgment on everyone's intelligence.
Yeah, the last thing I am is intelligent. Don't put me up playing Jeopardy.
But Alex is running around now. I guess you just ask him a name and he'll tell you whether they're intelligent or not.
Well, he would know, wouldn't he?
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good gig.
I believe he would score in the mid-range on Jeopardy. Hey, thanks, Captain Jenks.
Yes, Howard, I'm going to be emceeing a party this Wednesday night. Can I make a plug for this?
All right, real quick.
It's at Delilah's Gold at 12th and Race this Wednesday night with a free buffet and beautiful girls.
Yeah, Captain Jenks is into show business now. He actually appears places.
Yes. Well, Selena Steele, a porn star, was at Delilah's Gold last weekend, and me and her got to know each other pretty well, Howard. Because of you, I'm discovering the world of women that I would have never gotten in the first place.
Are you saying you had sex?
No, I didn't have sex, not yet.
Oh.
But I'm
working toward it.
It's a technicality.
I'm setting it up, yes.
I see. All right, well, keep going, my friend, and we'll all see Captain Jenks, wherever that was. That sounds like he's appearing at a restaurant.
No, Delilah's Gold.
Strip club.
Oh, strip club.
It's a gentleman's club.
Did you quit your job?
Excuse me?
Did you quit your job?
They fired my ass, Howard.
Oh, so this is like a full-time job now, appearing places?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm doing my best, anyway.
Okay, good luck with that.
Reverend Jackson, Howard Stern says that you used to spit in white people's food at Popeyes. Is that true? No. Okay.
Wonder what that was.
I don't think there were Popeyes when he was serving food.
So it probably was true that he spit in white people's food, just not at Popeyes.
Not at Popeyes. You got the wrong restaurant.
I hear you.
If you pin him down on the right restaurant, you might get the answer you're looking for.
Hey, Fred, let's take a little break so we don't fall far behind. We'll come back and we'll do some more for you right after. You know what I'll do? As long as we're into a phone motif, I'll take a couple of phone calls right after these words. I get to do a Snapple commercial.
Well, you know you were dying to do this all weekend.
Yeah, actually I was. Saturday I was in Westchester visiting somebody, and I went to this little deli. I said, hey, I wonder if they have Snapple, because my mind works like 12 years ago when you couldn't find it.
Out.
No, my mind works like 12. Well, that's true too, but my mind works like 12 years ago,
Snapple's everywhere now.
Yeah, now Snapple's everywhere. So I said, I wonder if they have a Snapple. So I went over to the little glass refrigerator there. I opened it up, and not only they had every flavor of Snapple.
Of course.
All they had was Snapple.
They have whole Snapple refrigerators.
Yeah, wow. Boy, times have changed, and thank God for it. You know why? Because, first of all, this place was serving really good food. It was like one of those gourmet delicatessens. You walk in, you can get lasagna or like an egg.
Healthy deli?
Yeah, like an eggplant hero. They had like really cool stuff. And then I said, they should have Snapple here. I started getting angry. And then there I opened up the refrigerator door, and there it was. Snapple iced tea, the raspberry, the this or that. Unbelievable. Sodas. And my daughter was with me, and my older daughter, and I said, yes, this is good. You could have any flavor Snapple you want. I feel totally secure in giving you a Snapple because I know it's all natural. Well, you know what she said? Just shut up and let me drink, all right?
Yeah, stop doing a commercial.
Yeah, don't do a commercial. Not right now.
I drink Snapple all the time.
Yeah, well,
you to tell me.
Yeah, you do that for a living. No one wants to hear you do it off the air. Anyway, Snapple.
Well, I was telling you that Snapple is even on those little push carts you see in the park.
You're kidding.
Yes.
What push cart?
You know how they sell hot dogs or pretzels?
Yes.
And they have water and soda and so forth. They sell Snapple.
Wow, it pervades our society.
That's right. It's everywhere.
Well, there's something positive. Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth. Let me talk about an excellent vending opportunity. Hey, Gary, you might want to look into this. When you vent... What was that?
First new business.
Yeah.
What is this?
Why don't you look exclusive vending?
Ah, there you go, Gary.
Hey, Gary, you might need some extra cash.
How soon until the kid can go pick up the money from the machines?
It's kind of cool, the vending business. I always thought it was kind of a neat idea to just have like a vending route, and then you go... I have a friend who did this with like laundry machines.
Oh, yeah?
And he would go once a week and actually just take the coins out, and he had like a pocket full of coins.
Actually, my dad and I did this when I was a kid.
Really?
He had gumball machines, and he only worked on Saturdays.
Gumball machines.
Well, at the time, no. And it was extra money on Saturdays. It didn't take much of his time. And
like if he sold 100 gumballs, he could make like an extra $1.
Oh, no, wait a second. He had 20 or 30 stops.
So what do we have, like $5 at the end of the stop?
No, he did very well.
Really?
We had one of those scales that you put the change on, and it tells you how much, if you put like 100 pennies on it, it tells you how much it is.
It actually is a great way of making money. And these vending machines, you can stock them full of Snapple. I thought this was a brilliant idea.
What do you have in your machine?
Snapple, Wolf.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste. Vending machines for toothpaste.
And brushes.
Right. Jay?
Yes, you could train a monkey to get the money out of a vending machine.
Anyway, if you've never,
it has been done.
If you've ever dreamed of being in the vending business, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Really, because these guys will put you into it for like under $8,000, and if you've checked out other vending companies, there's no way you could do that.
Gary, you got to think about college education.
Yeah, this vending offer is only through Exclusive Vending Incorporated, not from Snapple Beverage Corporation. I suggested Snapple as something that you could put in there.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I'm still wearing my winter coat, waiting for me to adjust to the temperature. I didn't go outside all weekend. I just stayed in the house and watched TV like a mental patient. I was depressed this weekend.
What'd you see?
You're going to laugh at me. Let's see. What did I see?
I was watching the pay channels, and they're playing that Mrs. Doubtfire.
Every minute.
Way too much.
Yeah. Boy, aren't Robin Williams' kids stupid? The way they fell for that? It looked like Robin Williams.
Sally Field must be blind.
Wake up, honey. What did I watch on TV? Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, passed by once in a while, but I just zipped right by that.
Yeah.
Let's see. On Friday, I got home from work.
And tuned in right away.
Yeah, I tuned in right away. It's escapism. Well, first I watched the Howard Stern interview show. What I do is they give it to me on tape, or whatever it's called, the Howard Stern Show. Howard Stern interview, whatever they call it, on E. I watched a few of those. And then I got into bed and watched, I don't even remember. All I know is as of yesterday, I was dizzy between the Jet game, and then I was watching this movie with Helen Hunt. And she plays a girl football player.
I saw the very beginning of that, and I said, she was in one of those I played football movies, too.
Yeah, she was a female quarterback, and I watched that whole thing in bed.
You got into that whole thing.
I was so happy. I just loved it.
Not only have I seen that movie 25, 30 times, but, that's a TV movie. That was an ABC after-school special.
You can tell that,
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, you can see the commercial breaks.
Yeah, they go to black, and then they come back up. So I watched that.
She doesn't look any different.
No.
Well, how long ago was that?
Quite a while.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, the girl from Melrose Place was on it, too. Daphne's Omega.
Yeah, she was pretty flat-chested.
Yeah. Her breasts have definitely perked up.
That's why you look at these old shows to remember breast development.
Yeah. Then I watched... Then I watched a little 60 Minutes. I watched Earth 2. Anybody watching Earth 2?
I haven't seen that yet. I got stuck on Superman.
It sucks. Well, Earth 2 is on at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And right after the Jet game, Jets won.
Oh, so it's opposite 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't find it.
First, what I do is I tune into that little thing at the beginning of 60 Minutes to see what they're covering. If it's anything cool, I stay with it. If not, I just go over to Earth 2. Earth 2 really blew.
It's not good anymore?
Nah, it started out pretty good. But it's the same thing every week. They got Tim Curry as some evil guy, and he follows him around. It's the same damn crap every week. I'm out of it now. I thought it was going to be a cool series, but it's got bad monsters. They look like little puppets. They look like furry puppets.
I got to check this out because I never even knew it was on.
Yeah, it's no good.
And you're off of Sequest 2 now?
I never watched it.
Oh, I thought you
I was a Superman person. And Superman really sucked.
I had the TV on.
I mean, last night, Superman transferred his powers to another human being, and I just said, you know what? I don't know what Superman this is.
Superman doesn't have any powers of his own. All he does is heat up people's shoelaces.
I know. That's all he did last night. His big crime-solving thing was heating up someone's shoelaces.
Are they reinventing him?
Well, you know what it is? They're trying to make it like a love story. You know, it's like really annoying that Clark isn't slamming Lois. It's just really annoying.
And no one else is either. You know, this beautiful girl running around town. No one would hate her.
Beautiful. I mean, she's sitting on the steps at one point in this short little mini dress with her legs, and I'm like, she should be modeling. She shouldn't be reporting. It just doesn't make any sense. And she's never horny. It's like women in their 20s who have the sexual libido of a 7-year-old.
Well, maybe they're trying to be true to the old one, because the old Lois never was horny.
Yeah, well, it just doesn't work, you know. It's just and the villains suck.
I saw last night they transferred power to that goofy
guy. Yeah,
sort of stupid.
Yeah, like Sleuthers on Ice. It just blows. It's just not good. It's not cool. It's just not cool.
Did you see Hercules this week?
No.
See, I thought about you because I happened to run by Hercules, and Tawny Katane was sitting there in this very revealing outfit, and I thought, oh, geez, Howard must be looking
What time was that on?
9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
See, Channel 9's whole schedule, I don't know.
I don't either.
You know what I mean? It's just like if I catch it, it's there.
Yeah.
But then I'm watching Earth 2, and then Ralph calls me and goes, quick, dude, put on Pamela Anderson on Channel 9. She was on Baywatch. I forget that Baywatch is on sometimes.
It's on Sunday?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You gotta check it out. Pamela Anderson, it's like she's laying there. How they work this into the plot, I don't know. But Pamela Anderson was 7 minutes of like almost a Playboy spread.
Yeah, well, that's what she was talking about when she was here.
Hey, Ralph, how did they work that into the script? Because by the time you called me, I couldn't figure out what was going on.
By the time I called you, that was like the second time they did that.
Really?
They were looking for buried treasure.
Yeah, there was a treasure hunt.
There was a treasure hunt, and
there was a cave that they weren't allowed to go into, and if David Hasselhoff found out that Pamela Anderson was going into the cave, she'd be, like, fired.
He'd be upset. No, he just would be upset.
Yeah, David Hasselhoff's like their father.
There was a treasure hunt going on the beach, and he was all upset because people were getting hurt.
Yeah. The beach,
for treasure.
According to David Hasselhoff, the beach shouldn't have any fun. Adults can't even have a treasure hunt.
And they shouldn't need lifeguards.
Right.
But the whole show was just...
But how did she end up in that bed?
She was dreaming. Wasn't that a dream sequence?
She was fantasizing about the money.
But what would she do with $50,000? But all she was doing was,
rolling around in the bed.
Outfits. What would she do? Go out and get different outfits? I mean,
yeah.
Why would $50,000 have anything to do with her dressed as Marilyn Monroe and her skirt blowing up?
In fact, you would think if she got any financial independence, she wouldn't even want to dress up for men and stuff. She would just want to be herself.
Well, see, that's why, men are writing these things.
Yeah. So Pamela Anderson's fantasizing about getting $50,000. The next thing you know, she's laying around naked on a bed.
Right. I know she was doing the satin sheet thing.
Yeah.
Like the Playboy pictures of Marilyn and the dress blowing up.
And then earlier there was a sequence where there's this fat DJ, and he fantasizes that he's with her.
Oh, yeah?
They have a scene where he's running down the beach like this, dressed as a lifeguard, and she's running towards him.
Oh, really?
The whole show is just fantasy sequences of her.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I wasn't in a Baywatch mood last night. I don't know. Maybe I was maturing.
How could you not be in a Baywatch movie?
I don't know. Maybe I've grown as a human being.
No, you haven't, because what were those other shows we were watching that I called you? Friday night, it was like Hard Copy and...
Oh, I know what it was. Rob called me. I was in the middle of... I couldn't believe we were watching the same thing. It was like anything with a good-looking girl. First of all...
You just hunt around looking for a girl.
MTV has a new VJ that Ralph and I are in love with. We fight over her.
What's her name?
Idalis.
I knew it was the girl with the funny name.
Idalis?
Idalis.
That's one name?
Have you checked her out.
How do you spell that?
Idallas.
Oh, that's such a made-up name.
I don't care what it is. She is so friggin' cute.
What does she look like?
She's kind of Puerto Rican-ish looking.
Yeah, she's a hot Puerto Rican.
But she's got really thin legs, and she doesn't mind showing them. And she's got big chest. Looks like implants to me.
Yeah. I think nature doesn't make something that good.
But she was on a couch with some dude.
Yeah, some guy from Models Inc.
Yeah, and she was like I was kind of bumming me out. I like her when she's alone.
You missed it when Kennedy came in and hopped on the guy, and then she hopped on her, and she was wearing this little skirt. And
Look at you. Oh, my goodness.
I can't say there's anything wrong with the boy.
Trump is single. He could go out and get a girl. No, he's stuck watching TV, too.
I can't figure out Dallas. I can't figure out his story.
I work too much now.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you work too much. You can leave right now. Yeah.
I'll tell you something, man. You sit at home and watch TV, you know it's November. Because, what was I watching?
Yeah, Ralph called me and goes, I love sweeps.
It's incredible. I think it was either Entertainment Tonight or somebody else was doing the Girls of the Victoria's Secret catalog.
Right.
I couldn't even watch that. You know why I didn't watch that?
Head gets big.
I couldn't watch it because I just said, you know what?
Torturing
now that I've got some fame, I could be getting these girls, and I got to spend the weekend with my wife. I got to somehow detox here because
you could go through the catalog and go.
Yeah, I know.
There should be a chamber you can go to just to.
I know. I get angry.
Isn't there something about watching that whole sequence on Entertainment Tonight that's almost better than if you could see them naked on a show?
All I know is
they do it well.
Last night I'm laying in bed and I'm, doing myself so I can get to sleep. And afterwards I start laughing hysterically, going, I don't believe the trick God played on me. I start laughing out loud. I go, this is like almost
That's
like
when
Faust.
You know God has a sense of humor.
Yeah, like it was Faustian. I was laying in bed going, look at what God did to me. He made me ugly my whole high school life. I couldn't get any girls. I never had women. I was so insecure about being alone that I quickly got married, and now I'm completely married. I have kids and everything.
You're not alone.
And now I can get all the girls I want, and I'm too guilty to touch them.
Got to get over that guilt.
So it's like,
oh, shut up, Ralph.
Got to get over that guilt.
It's a big hurdle.
Yeah, that's what everyone tells me, though. They say I'm too provincial in my attitude towards sex.
Mellow out.
I gotta be, I gotta be, puritanical. I need to be more like Richard Gere.
You need to be 90s, yeah.
You need the Dalai Lama to fix you up.
Yeah, right. He's so spiritual, he just dumped Cindy Crawford for a 23-year-old.
But I just found out that the Dalai Lama introduced him to the babe who's been sneaking out of his house at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Some spirituality.
So what were we watching Friday? We watched Dallas on MTV, then we switched over to...
Hard copy or no, Extra.
Yeah, Extra was running some sexual...
They were good last week.
What did they
Every
have?
night it was something different. I don't know, some girls running around bikinis.
Every November it's the same shows. It's too much sex on the soaps.
Yeah.
Right? Then it's the Playboy video is coming out, then it's like they redo the swimsuit issue even though it's been done already.
And I get crazy watching this stuff because I go, like, they have girls in thongs with their ass cheeks and everything. And every time I go on TV, like even on the E! Show and there's a girl in thong, Fran Shea calls me and goes, we can't show that girl in a thong. I go, but you could do tons of thong shows on E! She goes, yeah, but it's something about you and girls in thongs. And I'm like,
Yeah, there's a separate set of rules.
That's the way it was on Channel 9.
And it makes me nuts, and I get crazy. I get crazy from it, that there's a separate set of rules for me and then everybody else. I was watching the Paul Reiser show, that Helen Hunt show.
Yeah, mad about you?
And he was talking about Lamb Chop the puppet and putting his hand up.
No, he didn't.
The other guy did.
Hand into, right. And I said, I got fined about $50,000 by the FCC for saying I put my hand up Lamb Chop's butt.
Yeah.
And here he is talking about it in more graphic terms. I can't even get that graphic because I'll get fined again. But he was doing the routine.
That's amazing.
And I got fined.
That's an entertainment show.
Yeah.
How come he gets to do it?
Because he's not me.
Oh.
If you're me, you get fined by the federal government. And Clinton still hasn't done a damn thing about it. Which is why in 2 years he's going to lose the election. Watch and see what happens.
No, he's going to lose.
I bet you we can make him win. I bet you we could.
Remember on Channel 9 it was the same thing? That other show that was on the same station was getting away with everything. You had a girl in a bikini on it.
What is he talking about?
I don't know. I think he's talking to himself. Just ignore him.
You know, the Channel 9 show, we always had girls in bikinis. And
What about it?
And it was always edited out or blocked over. Never mind.
It was not.
Yes, it was. There's always a problem.
Yes, some problem. What they let us do on that channel, they should be fired.
They should have been arrested.
They should be arrested.
The only thing they wouldn't let us show was...
Show Ralph the door.
Actual breast.
Goodbye. You've outstayed your welcome. Again.
The only thing they wouldn't let us show on that show was a woman digging a heel into a man's eye.
Yeah. that they put a stop to. I would say they were pretty good about it, actually.
You never showed anything.
Never showed anything. Yeah, sure.
Hey, Howard,
that's why we had a 30 share.
Before I leave, I just for TV, you have the number 13 on your shirt for some reason here.
Oh, yeah, I know why. Thank you. That's my number for... I forget it. I'm entering the Olympics. Thank you. Foley doesn't even watch much TV now that he has the baby.
He's got to watch the baby.
No.
He's looking at Baby Jackson. Baby Jackson.
All right, let me talk a little here, Robin, about some things that... so I'm reading the newspaper on Saturday, trying to relax.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the following... Oh, you saw it too? Yeah. Okay, so I see the following item. You know, Patty Davis, who is President Reagan's daughter.
Right.
Very nice girl.
Sweet.
And she's a friend of our show. I like her a lot. I like her because she comes on the show and she's a lot of fun. And nothing really seems to irritate her. That's what I dig about her. Like, I could talk about anything with her and she's pretty cool about it. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm reading page 6. Patty Davis usually crucifies her presidential parents with bitter backbiting at every turn. But at least one touchy subject is taboo. At a party for Playboy's TV channel Thursday night at Webster Hall, Howard Stern's sarcastic flunky, Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Did you read this?
No.
You didn't see this?
You're amazing, Jackie. Sarcastic flunky Jackie the Joke Man Martling started cracking Ronald Reagan Alzheimer's jokes to anyone who would listen. You know, Jackie thinks he's me sometimes.
Yeah.
And he figures, hey, it's Patty Davis. She's got a good sense of humor on the show. I'll just go around goofing on her father about his Alzheimer's.
Well, you know what he is? He's the nightmare you.
Yeah. Yeah, right. He's the one who doesn't get when you should turn it on and when you should turn it off.
Yeah.
Our spies tell us Patty went on a rampage. She somehow found Jackie the Joke Man in a crowd of 2,000 people and really went off.
It's much worse than that.
Was it really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I didn't go around telling the joke. I got interviewed for the Hot Rocks Playboy thing by the Playmate of the Year, and I didn't tell it on the air. Like, in between segments, I told the joke to the girl who was interviewing me and my friend that was taping it. He's an old pal. And they laughed. They thought it was funny, and I kind of thought it was funny. I did the interview, and I felt good, and I walked out into the VIP room, and next thing I knew, I was nose to nose with Patty. And I told her the joke, but I told it to her person to person. I didn't go around telling it to people. I told it to her. And she got upset with me, and I told her I was very sorry and apologized.
But why would you tell it to her?
Why would you do that?
Because I'm stupid. That's why I just said it's worse than that.
He's the kind of guy...
He's always on self-destruct.
See, but now he's associated with me. He was self-destructing long before he met me. He would have been in the toilet.
Why don't you put a lid on that?
Yeah, okay.
So far down.
You weren't self-destructing?
No.
You know what? You have no clue how many people dislike you.
You're out of your mind.
You just turn people
and this
off.
crap about how you don't think we hooked up helped you as much as it helped me.
I'm not saying no, but you were self-destructing a long time ago.
That's bullcrap. What's self-destructing?
Well, let's put it this way.
I started in comedy. I started putting out albums. You got my albums. You hired me, and I've been doing good ever since. What's self-destructive?
What's self-destructive is the following.
Go ahead.
That your career was at the point where Governor's Comedy Club and a lot of the comedy clubs around...
I had been in comedy 3 years when I met you.
A lot of the comedy...
I was an infant in the comedy business when I met you.
A lot of the comedy clubs were so turned off by your antics.
You know nothing about the comedy clubs.
Okay. Well, okay, maybe the truth hurts. All right. So anyway, he doesn't want me to answer. He asked me a question, and then he goes, I helped you. I helped you. I helped you.
But all you do is lie. Just
why is
some
this a
point
lie?
somebody has to tell you
when
to stop lying.
When I met you, were you working strip clubs in North Carolina?
I had worked one club in Atlanta at one point on the way back from Tampa because the guy begged me to. And
were you on the road because what was going on at Governor's and things like that? You weren't working there anymore.
I was on the road because comedians worked on the road.
Okay.
I gotta get out of these.
You've created an incredible fantasy for yourself.
All right, then I must be wrong. I must be wrong.
You don't know what it's like.
And then he goes around and he goes up to Patty Davis Reagan and says to her,
which was a stupid thing. It was a stupid thing. I went up, I told her,
but that's you. Because you get carried away. You think you're on the radio.
And that is true. No, that's not true.
He does. He thinks he's on the radio show.
I don't know where he thinks he is. I just think he likes shooting himself in the foot.
Not only that, now he's in the paper with my name and Patty. And I'm sure Patty Davis hates me now.
Oh, sure.
Had nothing to do with you.
It doesn't have anything to do with him, but it
And it has less to do with you.
It had nothing to do with me, but my name's all over the article with Patty Davis Reagan.
That's your help.
Right. But that's why I need you to calm down. What is it?
The consensus out in the office is not for the humor of it, but just to find out the gravity of the situation. We'd like to hear the joke.
Yeah, what is the joke?
In my stupidity, I thought that I had written a very, very funny joke, and...
What is it?
I said that Patty Davis was the first one to realize her father had Alzheimer's because he started returning her calls, which is a very funny joke. Now, is that a funny joke?
I think it's humorous.
No?
Yes, I think it's humorous.
Okay.
I don't think it's unfunny.
But it was a stupid thing to tell her.
I don't think it was that funny that I had to run Patty Davis and tell her.
I didn't run up to her. I just walked into the VIP room and was nose to nose with her. I didn't go seeking her. I just bumped into her.
But she heard about the joke.
No, I told it to her.
You just walked up to her.
No, I walked into the VIP room
and she was there,
standing right there, and I said, "Oh, Patty, I wrote a joke about you today." Because I was doing this thing at Playboy, and I knew there was going to be certain celebrities there, like Gilbert and Patty.
Well, why would you have to do that, though?
Huh?
Why would you do that?
Maybe it was a little stupid. I thought it was a funny joke. She wrote a couple books to slam her father. I wasn't saying, "Hey, your father's sick, let's celebrate." It was a funny joke. And it was a bad call on my part.
You know you've achieved a degree of celebrity, in fact, a high degree of celebrity from this radio program and the people that you meet on it. And it seems to me that you always sort of go up and blow those relationships.
Why is he still selling himself? Why
I don't know.
Can't he just say hi?
I don't know.
He's got to be the joke man.
He does, 24 hours a day. Hey, just wrote a joke about your sick father who's probably going to die in about a year.
25 hours a day.
Right.
I write jokes like that for you to say about the celebrities.
When I say them,
it's not as bad.
No, and nobody is ever hurt, and nobody ever complains.
Yeah, but there's a time to do it, and there's a time not to do it.
And when is the time to do it?
When you don't go up to a party that's completely out of context of this person's life, and you walk up to them and you go, "Hey, your father who's dying, I got a great joke about him."
And here's another concept, Jackie. You know that Billy Crystal and Robert Wuhl have this relationship? Why do you think they haven't called Robert Wuhl to host the Emmys? They call Billy Crystal, and Robert Wuhl writes the jokes.
Don't tell him that. He's going to be pissed off.
Explain that, Robert.
I understood it perfectly.
I know he doesn't get it.
I understood it.
He still won't get it.
Sometimes you got to know when to tell the joke.
And
it's just a matter of finesse.
Maybe it was wrong to tell her that joke. No, it absolutely was wrong to tell her that joke.
Did I
go looking for her? No.
All right, so how is it left now? Patty's completely ticked off at you?
I told her I apologized.
And what did she say?
And she said,
What did she say?
She would calm down.
She did? So are you friends now with her?
I don't know if I was friends with her before.
Am I still friends with her?
No, she hates you now because I'm associated with you.
Right. No, I'm saying, am I still friends with her?
Sure. You tell me. She was very, very mad at me, and I felt like a total idiot.
Were you there?
No, but I hate to be so nosy, but I would love to know.
Please.
No, you told her the joke, and then what was the immediate response?
She went ballistic on me, and I said I was very sorry.
What did she say? I mean, just as long as you did it. Let's hear the details.
Some things aren't funny, and that's a very personal thing, and I realized it was very stupid, and I said I was very sorry.
Right. I just want to apologize to...
He's constantly doing it. No wonder he's so good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Far be it from you guys ever to do anything inappropriate.
At least I do it on the radio. I'm not doing it in some club to somebody's face.
20 million people.
Yeah, at least I'm doing it to entertain people. I don't know why he doesn't get the difference.
I was doing it to annoy
you. Have a
both
charm.
idiots.
Yeah, and he has no charm.
He hasn't.
He doesn't get that. Either you got it or you don't. You don't have charm.
You are absolutely right.
When you hit the stage, you are.
Jesus Christ.
You are charmless. He still doesn't know that. He has to. You know what I got to do? I got to start taking a tape recorder around how people talk behind his back.
He's in bliss.
Listen, I know people talk behind my back. I know I'm a skunk. I know a lot of different things. But when I get on, I'm charming. You're not. When you say stuff, it's hurtful. And that's the end of it. Now, realize that. Go home and realize it.
All right, I will spend a few hours today realizing that.
Patty Davis is right. He has no idea.
It's a funny joke.
Because I know he walks around with a lot of people and insults them and stuff. And
well, it's the whole thing about saying, I'm the one who writes these jokes. I'm the real funny one. Howard gets all the credit, but I'm the one.
So he goes out and tells one of his jokes, and what happens?
He gets killed.
That's what I'm saying.
Slugged. Oh, well.
Takes a smarter man than you to use your material. All right?
And I've always said that myself.
Your material in your hands is dangerous. That's all I'm going to say. So just shut up.
It's like nitro in some forms is very dangerous, but, you know, when Howard gives it to a person, it cures his heart.
That's right.
Sure.
It's just, either you got it or you don't, Jackie. Either you got it or you don't. All right? You got to live with that.
Never get it.
You'll never have it.
Sit there and argue with us all day.
That's right. You mean you can insult people all the time?
20 million people!
Yeah. At least you said 20 million. 20 million people. Jackie Joke Man, out on the town. Had a few beers in you, did you?
Oh, I had a Snapple.
Yeah.
You know, I envisioned the whole thing. As
few angry beers.
Just stay home and write your stupid book instead of envisioning.
Jackie roaming through a crowd.
I can't wait to get hold of that piece of crap.
Here he is. Few beers, the big belly, you know.
Hey. And that look he gets in his eye.
Hey, Patty Davis, your father's going to die. Ah! Hey, beer, pot. Beer and pot.
Big fat Jackie.
Big fat Jackie with his beer. Big fat Jackie. I read this and went, oh, Jackie out on the town again.
Patty, I just wrote a joke about you.
Hey, beer. All tanked up and out on the town.
Just pissed off I didn't give you the joke.
Take what I drink. Oh, but I don't care. Oh, Jackie, the trunk man, Marlin.
Hey, beer.
I'm Jackie, the trunk man, Marlin. My ass stinks when I drink. Oh!
All right, there you go. Jackie talking to Patty Davis.
For the record, I was promoting my Great American Strip-Off that's airing on the Playboy Channel December 30th.
Always some disgusting project.
Well,
Great American Strip-Off.
Whatever. I apologize.
Jackie out on the town. And you have no idea how many other people he insulted. They just didn't have the nerve to come up and tell him.
Like who, Howard?
I don't know. I wasn't with you. I can't stand there with you.
Oh, crap.
Hey. And he is so funny because when he's in that state, he doesn't realize how unfunny he is.
I know.
I wasn't drunk, you moron.
Hey. Patty Davis, I just want to joke about you. Your father's going to be dead in a few minutes.
Oh, shut up.
Because at that point, everything is funny to Jackie.
Right. Hey, come on. What's the big deal? You make fun of your father. What's it on?
A couple of books.
Yeah. Big deal. Hey, Patty Davis. Oh, look, there's a Jackie puppet ready to chime in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Here's a good one. Nancy Reagan goes into a restaurant and orders a steak. The waiter says, would you be caring for a vegetable this evening? She says, F no, I'm sick of caring for that vegetable.
Jackie puppet.
Now, this isn't her.
Did you tell that to Patty Davis Reagan?
Yeah. I thought she'd like it. I thought it was funny. That's funny. Hey, Robin, do you like red dolls?
Red dolls?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I like red dolls.
Okay, Howard, do you like red dolls?
Yes.
I don't even know what that is.
What is a red doll?
A red doll.
A riddle? Oh, a riddle. Oh, a riddle.
No,
yeah.
I like riddle.
Yeah, Jackie will get some delivery.
Good job, Billy.
Yes, I like red dolls.
How do you know that it's Thanksgiving?
How?
When you get Easter cards from Ronald Reagan.
Is that what you told to Patty Davis Reagan?
Yeah, I walked right up to her.
Walked right up
You
to her.
looked for her.
You walked right up to her, huh?
Hey, how does Ronald Reagan sign his name now?
How?
With an ear of corn.
Oh.
Did you write that yourself?
Oh, boy.
I wrote some real funny jokes.
So
I wrote those. That's a funny joke.
So, Jackie Pop, let me get this straight. You just take people that I know that I've had on the show and established relationships with, and you walk up and insult
And
them?
just inundate everything you've ever tried to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You mean try to negate everything you do?
Yeah.
Not inundate.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Right.
But you have to understand he's drunk. He gets his words.
Were you drinking when you went up to Patty Davis Reagan?
Drinking now.
Leaving Webster Hall.
Well, you would be. listen. I know what you're saying. In other words, I do this on the radio all the time, so you, as Jackie, should be doing that to people's faces in public.
What? I can't go out and make jokes? You're the only one that can make jokes. Here's one. Ronald Reagan goes to the doctor. Doctor says, you got cancer and you got Alzheimer's. Reagan says, thank God I don't have cancer.
Did you tell that to Patty Davis?
Yeah, right. I walked right up to her. I followed the ladies' room. Here's one. This will kill you.
Anybody else there you insulted?
Yeah. Who else did you write for?
You saw some women with breast cancer. You went up and told them a few jokes to their faces. He can't leave well enough alone. Just go up like a human being and say, "Hey, hi, I'm Jackie. How you doing? I'm from the Howard Stern Show." He's got to leave her with his insignia. What are you, the joke man 24 hours a day? Like you meet Patty and you got to tell her a joke?
247.
247?
That's it.
What's that?
247. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I see.
24/7.
Oh, shut up, you witch. You friggin' witch. Now, she's the face. You know how in the crowd there's always the one person that don't laugh?
Yeah.
That's known as the face. It throws you all off.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. All right. Jackie and Jackie Puppet, thank you. Yeah, there you go. Well, I have to take a break.
Hey, you know, I saw the guy whose 2 kids drowned in North Carolina.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, you know any good babysitters?
Is that what you said to him? You saw him at the party? You walked right up and asked him if he knew any babysitters?
Yeah, he didn't get mad.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the matter with that Patty Davis. Have a beer.
Beer makes everything funny.
It makes everything okay.
Beer, the great equalizer.
Patty Davis ought to lighten up.
Yeah. Jackie being his charming self again. Full of charm. I don't know one person that finds you charming, Jackie.
How come Howard gets to say these things and not me?
What? I made one time I branch out on my own and I get smacked down.
If Howard had said that, everybody would have laughed.
Jackie's like Captain Jenks.
Yeah.
He just goes out and ruins every relationship we have. What are you going to say to Arnold Schwarzenegger when he sees you? Going to tell him a joke?
Oh, just put a piece of tape over his mouth.
Stupid crowd, what are you doing here?
Big stupid crowd.
Big Heiny.
Tiny.
All right, Jackie up to his usual antics.
Well, it's good he's getting press. I'm sure he's very happy now.
Yeah.
He paid 6.
What did they call him? My lackey?
A flunky.
My flunky. Howard Stern's sarcastic flunky, Jackie the Joke Man Bartley, started cracking Ronald Reagan Alzheimer's jokes to Patty Davis.
Hey! I wanted to tell you something, but I forgot.
Oh, hello. You're from the Howard Stern Show. What's your name?
I don't remember. Just like your father. That's funny, isn't it?
Look at Jackie Puppet just staring at Jackie.
He can't even believe what Jackie did.
Jackie
You created me.
Jackie Puppet has more sense.
You should have sent me in there.
You at least wouldn't even say that to Patty Davis, right?
No.
Right. You knew enough not to say that.
No, I would have done worse.
All right, very good.
What's the matter, pal?
Oh.
What's wrong?
Talk to Jackie Puppet.
The worst is sympathy from the Jackie Puppet.
Don't let him get you down.
Thanks, bro.
You came a long way on your own.
That's right. You were going places.
You don't need them.
He was in his car driving to strip clubs.
Right.
You don't need them. You want to quit. You know what you ought to do? You ought to walk out here and show them.
Teach everyone a lesson.
Just walk out. You got to be prepared to walk out.
Is that your motto?
Yeah.
Plus, you can't negotiate, right? Right.
Stick to your guns. That's right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jackie. Walk out. You don't need them.
Jackie Puppet thinks a lot like Jackie.
We'll do a show together.
Jackie Puppet, tell him.
Come on. Come on, we'll work together.
Okay.
You want a beer?
All right, we're going to take a break. Obviously, everyone needs. All right, put that puppet away. Stupid puppet.
Walk out.
All right. Jackie's like listening to the puppet going, yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the puppet's right, damn it.
I know I'm supposed to walk out at this point.
Turn somewhere for some advice.
Turn right here for some advice.
All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back right after these words.
Like right.
Hi, this is Boy George. You're tuned to Howard Stern.
We're back here with the Howard Stern Show.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Hello, baby.
Yeah. Who's rocking there? Yeah.
Oh, my.
That's why these guys roll, you see?
That's why they can leave their record company.
That's right.
Wish I could leave my record company. Wish I had a record company.
He has one, it's his.
Yeah.
He has to leave himself.
He has one. Well. Evidently, Jackie was waiting for us to find out about Patty Davis Reagan.
Oh, he knew we would, I guess.
He knew it would be bad when we found out.
Even he knew it was bad afterwards.
Yeah.
That's
the first.
That's improvement.
Yeah. It's the first time he knew it was bad. Good for you, Jackie.
Maybe one day you'll be able to stop altogether before you do something stupid.
Imagine if Jackie knew stupid stuff before it happened.
I need Kreskin to travel with me. Don't say that.
It's called common sense.
Oh.
Jackie knew rave joke page Martling to order Jackie's 78-minute comedy CD, which everyone loves, except for Patty Davis. $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. And this Wednesday, the wildest night of the year at Rascals Comedy Club in West Orange, New Jersey. For dirty jokes and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Anyway, I'm going to take some phone calls, but let me just say a couple of things because, I carry around pieces of paper and stuff to talk about. And I never talk about it because we get sidetracked with Jackie Joke Man. So,
well, how are you going to get to anything when Jackie's here?
Yeah, when Jackie, I have to straighten out Jackie's life every day for 4 hours.
How often do I make a mistake?
Sorry?
How often do I make a mistake?
Well, this is the first time we've heard of it anyway.
I made a boo-boo.
Anyway,
Screw it. I need to tell jokes. It's my mission.
All right. Anyway, there he goes. All right, stop it already.
Yeah.
Anyway, first I should tell you that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ivan Reitman will be stopping by this morning.
Wow.
Ivan Reitman, the director of Junior, the new movie, and Arnold, the star of the new movie.
Well, gee, we're pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We get guests like that.
And then Jackie loses him for us.
I hope they don't see him at a party.
Hey, Ivan, screw you.
CD, Ivan.
Hey, Ivan.
Here's a free CD, Ivan.
Yeah, good. All right.
He's a cheap Jew. Reitman. See?
Ivan doesn't like the Jackie puppet. He told me.
He did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't like him. He isn't too choked up with Jackie either, but he doesn't like the Jackie puppet.
He dislikes Jackie so much he hates his puppet.
Yeah. And Jackie gets defensive over the Jackie puppet.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It has nothing to do with him, but he's like...
Wait.
What?
You know what? Fred plays my laugh on those things. I go to news stories, and once in a while we get a fax saying, how could he possibly... Do you know how many people out there think that puppet is me talking?
Oh, they do? Really?
The people that say, "What? I can't believe you say niggers and stuff." And I'm like, wait, whoa, that's Billy doing the puppet.
Well, that's Billy doing you off the air. All right, go ahead.
At any rate, it's not me on the air.
Right.
But people really think that.
Thank God that stupid, huh, kid?
We can all make a living, Billy.
He doesn't like me, huh, that Jew Reitman?
Oh, dear.
Well, I didn't like Stripes, Ghostbusters, or Dave. F. Reitman. Reitman.
Well, he doesn't like you. He told me.
Anything Reitman can do.
He told me he's a
Jokman can do.
Ivan Reitman told me he's the biggest fan of our show, except for you. I swear to God, that's you, Jackie Puppet.
Look at me sweat. I'm sweating. puppet sweat. I'm worried.
Yeah.
So will he address that when he comes in?
I don't know. Will you talk to Ivan? You better calm down, Jackie.
Oh, you have to look at his teeth.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I don't want you insulting my guest when he comes in here.
Okay, baby.
All right, take it easy.
Oh, boy.
Calm down.
What a vicious little puppet.
You better be careful. You're going to blow that relationship. Jackie blows my relationship with Patty Davis Reagan, and you blow my relationship with Ivan Reitman.
Tag team.
Who cares? Having a relationship with Ivan Reitman hasn't done me any good.
And
Thank
it never
you.
will.
And it never
Jackie
will.
has anything to do with it.
Right.
Or Jackie Puppet.
Right. Very good. Anyway, listen to this. So some guy who's the governor of West Virginia, I'm going to address a couple of things very quickly. I'm not going to get into a whole thing, but some guy who is the governor of West Virginia. I don't even know his name.
I don't know what his name is either, yeah.
Governor Gaston Caperton.
Gaston, or would that be Gaston?
Well, whatever.
Gaston.
Gaston. It's French. The guy comes to town, and he says, basically what he says is Harlem is not a place for tourists. So now everyone...
It's true, isn't it?
It's 100% true. It is 100%. Now all of Harlem is in an uproar. Everyone in New York State is in uproar. How can you say Harlem is not a place for tourists?
You know what was funny to me? It was that Harlem is one of the jewels of the city.
Yeah. Well, how come nobody goes there? Except if they're very poor.
Or in an armored car.
Yeah, unless you have no choice, you go to Harlem. There's no reason to go to Harlem.
You know, one of the big things is that they have a couple of restaurants up there that people go to.
Yeah.
So you get into an armored car.
And you go up there. And you want to know what? A restaurant isn't that important to me. And I think they exaggerate how many people go up there to eat. So the point is that Harlem is not a place for tourism. Harlem is not a place for anything. The buildings are run down. The people don't take care of the buildings. There's urine in the halls of those buildings. It is disgustingly filled with graffiti. There's no respect for the community. It's not safe. It's certainly not safe to walk through. You couldn't walk through there at night. If you're black or white, you can't walk through there at night.
It is certainly misleading to now say it's one of the jewels of the city and send unsuspecting people.
Yeah. Let me warn all tourists, stay away from Harlem. If you accidentally end up in Harlem, accidentally get out of there quickly.
Run.
Run for your life. And the governor of West Virginia, of course, they're making him apologize. Because how could he say that Harlem...
Well, the whole thing was he was having some convention down in Virginia, and it was in West Virginia. It was in a nice place, and they said, "Why did you have it in one of the other places in Virginia that's all run down and dilapidated?" And he said, "When they send conventions to New York, they don't send them to Harlem."
Right, and rightly so. And what a silly question! Why don't you send a convention to a rundown area of West Virginia? Well, why would I do that? Oh, so silly. And again, here is the hypocrisy of the world. This House Speaker, Tom Foley, the reason he lost election is because he was so busy worrying about his own golden parachutes and his own benefits and his own me, and voting in his own pay raises. All these guys who are retiring from Washington, listen to these retirement packages they get. House Speaker Tom Foley gets $123,804 a year pension.
Now, what did he get as a congressman?
Less.
So when he retires, he makes more money than when he was working.
House Minority Leader Bob Mitchell, $110,538. Indicted Representative Dan Rostenkowski, $96,462. These are the things that people should be upset about.
And do you know those pensions come with cost of living raises?
These politicians are all lawyers. Lawyers are the filth of this country. They are the dirt, the filth, the worst this country has to offer. And they are all politicians. And you've got to start thinking about other people. I'd rather have Sonny Bono because he wasn't a lawyer. I'd rather have Sonny Bono as a congressman. I'd rather have him as the president than a lawyer.
Gopher.
I'd rather have Gopher from the Love Boat. Anytime I see these guys run, I go right on. Because lawyers are the trail of slime that a slug leaves behind him. Lawyers are filth. They are dirt. They are garbage. And don't let anybody fool you.
Aren't you going to have to talk to a few today?
I have a few good ones. Yeah, I have a lot of lawyers, but there's a couple of good ones that if you want the name of a good one, I know some. But most of them are ambulance chasers. They spend their day... First of all, we have so many law schools in this country. They don't know what to do. Every kid who gets out of school wants to be a doctor, first of all, because doctor is a license to print money. As soon as if they teach you how to fill out the Medicaid forms, you're in like Flynn.
Why do you think they're in an uproar over this health plan? It'll ruin their opportunity to just print money.
Of course. I've never seen guys who can print money. You get right out of school, they give you a printing press. So you can print your own currency, doctor currency. Now, most guys are not smart enough to become doctors, so then they start to think of a legal career. And there really are only 2 or 3 good law schools in the country. There's Yale, there's Harvard, and maybe one other. But you get guys who get out of school, they got a grade point average no better than mine, and they're at Brooklyn Law School.
At night.
And they get out, and somehow this bar exam must be so easy that any nitwit besides John Kennedy Jr. can become a lawyer.
The worst is the doctors who become lawyers as well.
Yes, double-edged sword.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you something. I got nothing against doctors for one reason. At least some of them cure you what ails you. Lawyers do nothing except walk around this earth looking for trumped-up lawsuits. I'm watching a thing the other day on 60 Minutes. Andy Rooney does a piece. I didn't even know this. He says... You know, every once a year they come out and they talk about the bad toys. There's a guy who comes on, some consumer advocate, and he talks about toys. Have you seen this?
Dangerous toys.
Dangerous toys.
In fact, I saw that Andy Rooney piece. I said, that's the first time he's made sense in years.
Yeah, because he's pathetic. He looks like he's dying, Andy Rooney. But anyway, they have, they have this guy who comes on and he says, well, this toy is dangerous for your kid. This toy is dangerous. It turns out these are lawyers. And the reason they're notifying the public that these toys could be dangerous, they're hoping someone will call them with a lawsuit.
And because they've already shown it on TV, then the jury was more likely to vote, yes, that was a dangerous toy and you were negligent, and give you some money.
Lawyers are the enemy of big business. They think they're at war with them. They see anyone who's a target and they go after it. And it's a despicable, and I don't know how they sleep at night, it's a despicable occupation.
Well, you know, it's not even that they're at war with business. They have their own little club.
Yeah.
And so there's lawyers for the business, and there's lawyers to fight the business. And they all go around, creating more business for each other.
And the judges are just as bad. They don't dismiss a suit. They don't dismiss anything. They sit there every day, day in and day out, and they suck your blood dry. And I'll tell you something. Even in cases where you're owed money, it's a contract. It's right in front of these judges. All they got to do is look at it, and they go, okay, I know who owes the money. I see there's a legal contract. They can't solve that case. Goes on 7, 8, 9 years, and you pay legal bills.
There's always a stipulation or a loophole that a lawyer can crawl through.
We have 70% of the world's lawyers living in this country, and they're all starving. And they feed like sharks. I see these commercials. You had an accident? Do you feel hurt? If you don't feel hurt, but you had an accident anyway, please contact us. We can sue. We can trump up. We can suck out.
If you saw an accident, call us.
Yeah. If you saw an accident, it might have traumatized you. They are filth. Remember it. They are filth. And that's all there is to it. And the whole legal system is filth. I don't know if this makes any sense, but Glenn Close's hairline is a mystery to me. That's all I'm going to say about it. I don't understand. Andrew Lloyd Webber has a better hairline.
You know, when I was looking at those pictures of her all gussied up in that Sunset Boulevard garb, and I said, this looks all too good on her.
Yeah.
She looks this part.
Marvin Kittman has a terrific article in Newsday today about Ricky Lake. It's just the funniest thing I ever read.
Yeah, I got to read that.
Marvin is just so funny. And he's a television critic here in New York.
You got to get that article somehow.
Yeah, I don't care where you live. He was talking about how these talk shows have gotten so pathetic now, they actually, even if the guest is a hoax, they say a lot of these guests who come on these shows are hoaxes, but they don't even care. They said that Jenny Jones had a guest on who claimed that his wife superglued his penis to his leg while he was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out to be master hoaxer Alan Abel. Jenny Jones found out about it, aired the show anyway, showed that it's super red. Didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference. And I don't know. He was talking about this whole Ricky Lake thing.
Uh-huh.
Marvin thinks it was a hoax. He says that Ricky Lake, he feels, because it was sweeps week, got herself arrested for this fur thing.
Well, that's what I felt.
He says for the February sweeps, his sources tell him, now this will interest you, Robin, that Ricky Lake is planning to stick up a McDonald's.
Look for it. Watch for the story.
Yeah, I think he's brilliant, but what do I know?
You know how we were talking about the compassion of Sally Jesse Raphael the other day because she took a whole camera crew and went to the funeral of the 2 little boys who were murdered by their mother?
Yeah.
Well, today they have an ad, because it is sweeps, and it's very important to get those ratings. The big headline is, "Forgiveness turns to fury when a father tries to apologize to the 11 children he abused." Don't miss it.
Oh.
Sally.
Yeah, Sally, another caring show.
Oh, she's very compassionate.
And finally, I don't know. You're talking about that case where the mom was accused of being a racist. The woman who killed her 2 children, all the black people are now screaming, "Oh, my God," she said a black person did it, and everybody came running out. And they believed it. So William Buckley even wrote a column today in the paper, and he said, the reason people believed it is, he says, you have a black population that's 12% of the United States, and 50% of the crime is committed by black people. He says, so that's why people suddenly jump to it. Not that it's right to believe right away that's wrong or this or that or the other thing, but you do tend to think of this.
You do something to try to protect yourself, right?
Exactly. So he said, don't forget, the stereotype does exist. He said, don't forget that a couple of months ago, and I remember this, Jesse Jackson said, when he walks through New York, he checks behind him to see if there's a black or a white person behind him, and sometimes he does breathe a sigh of relief when it's a white person.
Oh, he said worse than that.
I was cleaning it up.
Buckley got it right.
What did he say?
But he said if he sees some black youth walking toward him, he gets a little scared.
Right. Now, I'll show you a picture that's in the paper today. You tell me this is a picture. They're talking about electrifying fences of prison, and they have a shot of prisoners. And there's all the prisoners marching. Now, what? There isn't a white guy in the pack.
20 guys named Mo.
Well, anyway, so the point is that who cares? I don't. I'm just trying to get through the weekend. I don't know what any of it means, Robin.
Oh, yes, you do.
I don't.
I think you spelled it out quite clearly.
There you go. No, listen, everyone's got to relax, that's all. Everyone's got to calm down.
I told you go to when you're in a black neighborhood because of the bars on the window.
Yes, I lived in Detroit for a year. I saw what was going on.
Black people know that black people are dangerous.
None of this really bothers me. The thing that bothers me is that I can't have sex with strange women. That's pretty much
problem.
That's my problem, and who cares about anything else, quite frankly.
Well, why is it that you are the only one who has to stay with your wife?
Because I love my wife and my kids. Don't get me wrong.
You sure?
Absolutely.
It's not just to prove that you're different.
No. I happen to love my wife and kids. There is nobody on this planet who loves me more.
Nobody heard anybody complain more than you.
There is listen, who knew that I would be able... Listen, you've got to choose in life. If you want the love of a good woman, or you want to be with just strippers and models.
You made the choice for a good woman.
That's right. That's right. It just was, I didn't know. It
came up again this weekend. A woman said to me, Howard's really quite a hero.
Really?
Yes.
I'm tired of being the hero. She said, who said that? What?
A person, we were discussing your name came up, and she says, really, when you look at him and what he says about, his rules for living.
Yes.
And the way he conducts his own life. And how loyal and trustworthy he is. And that he, with all this opportunity around him, he sticks to one woman. He's really quite a hero. All these other guys with their highfalutin titles and their high profiles, and they're always preaching at us.
Yes.
What are they doing? But Howard, he's the true hero.
She makes it all worth it.
No comfort in
yeah,
that.
right. No comfort whatsoever. I don't want to be that person. Even Clinton gets a little boom boom. You know what I mean? And he can still be president.
That's right.
Right. Because he loves the life he has with Hillary, but he also sees the opportunities knocking
Well,
to
Hillary is an asset.
Yes.
There's no doubt
no
about
question
that.
about it. But he gets a little boom boom on the side.
You got to understand.
That's right. All right, let's take a break. We'll take some phone calls right after these words. You know, I know, dopey disc jockeys. I was just telling the guys, I said, I hear a lot of disc jockeys, a lot of the women too, who they get on mic. You know, disc jockeys who introduce records.
Yeah.
They get on mic and they laugh at everything. Like, it's 23 degrees. They're laughing at the weather. And you know who does it? That Rick Dees out in
He does. I
yes.
haven't heard him.
He's like, it's 23 degrees. These guys laugh at everything. They laugh at the weather. That's why I hate this industry. How can you laugh at the weather? It's 23 degrees. Everybody sounds like Paul Lynde. Oh.
Traffic is really backed up on the Ventura Freeway.
Yeah. Shut up.
The snail trail out there.
Hey, you know, if an alien landed on this planet and turned on HBO, they would think that C. Thomas Howell was the biggest box office star in America.
Where did all those movies come from?
I've never seen... C. Thomas Howell's that kid in Soul Man where he paints himself black so he can get into college. They run that Soul Man, and the other one, the other movie they run every minute is Sign Out.
What's that?
That's the one where he goes to visit his uncle, and he ends up becoming a professional volleyball player.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. That's with that guy, what's that guy's name?
The guy that played Gary on 30-something, I think he used to be Michelle Pfeiffer's boyfriend.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. What's his name?
Peter Horton?
Peter Horton is a professional down-and-out volleyball player. And
that one escaped me.
I've seen it 100 times. And I always, you know what, it's the worst movie ever made, and I watch it all the time.
Do you have all the movie channels, or do you just have HBO?
In my bedroom, I have all the movie channels.
So downstairs?
I just have HBO.
That's what you watch mostly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't get started with all those channels. Then if you want to bring in channels from, you know, it's just unbelievably complicated. And I resent the cable companies.
Oh, I read a story today about a guy who wants a Portuguese language show on his cable system for free.
Yeah.
And the cable company is offering it to him now for free, but they say in the future, if you want it, you'll have to pay for it or something on a special tier or something like that.
Right.
So the Portuguese guy says he's going to have a hunger strike. He's going to strike until they make it free or he dies.
Well, he's right. Well, that's what we should do with the E! channel.
Well, don't you think?
I think everyone in the audience should go on a hunger strike except me, of course, because I'm too hungry.
Yeah, I said to myself after reading this, you're not really serious about wanting E!
No. There's a guy who's really serious.
But don't you think this country has gone way too far? Now when you buy a television, all the new TVs are equipped with a thing so that you can get all the channels in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But listen, all I know is I want that E! channel on my system, and they are refusing to give it to me. You know how many people came up to me and said they wanted to see the Tickle Show Friday night and they couldn't see it? I mean, that's exciting to people.
Sure.
How many times do you see the world of tickling explored?
We're creating an incredible demand that cannot be filled.
That's right.
Howard, just remind me again why Cablevision won't put it on?
Because they're hard-ons.
But they didn't say they have the technology to do it.
Of course they do. They're like, well, I'll tell you what they'll do. They'll end up putting it on some tier where they'll charge you an extra $5 or $10. And no one will want the tier except for the E! show. That's what they all do.
That's right. They'll stick that up there with a bunch of stations you don't want to watch.
The thing you want, I know they'll do that. The big deal. I'll still be complaining. What they have to do is make it part of your basic cable. I see what's on basic cable. I've got channels. Anything past channel 13 on my system, I might as well not have a channel. It's all these infomercials, cooking shows, 57 religious shows. Friday night, you know what I watched? This Mother Angelica. I watched her the whole time.
I don't get her.
I watched the whole time. They did a whole show on this painting that they bring around
of
That
the Virgin
cried?
of the Virgin Mother. No, don't cry.
Oh, okay.
If it cried, I'd go see it. They have a huge painting of the Virgin Mother, and they hold it up at abortion clinics. And this is to the Virgin Mother shows why you should be anti-abortion. It's a fabulous show. It was fantastic. That old crow sits there, that old biddy,
What does
and disseminates
this
information.
picture shows you what?
If you look at a picture of the Virgin Mother, you realize that you have to tune into the show.
Oh,
but
man. I can't get it.
And my wife's yelling at me, why are you watching this? I want to watch something else. I go, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. She had some padre on there from Mexico and sitting next to her. And they were screaming about the painting and abortions and how women have to have babies. Two people who don't procreate.
She's not having any babies.
No, she didn't have any baby.
And neither does he.
I mean, I got 20 channels, and then I get up to MTV, which I like, and then, there's a couple other channels. That's it, Channel 30. That's it. I'm done. I have no channels. I got Insects Mating on every other channel and Mother Angelica.
Well, you know how the FCC screwed this whole thing up again?
How many times do I care how many times an insect will have procreate? I like to see insect shows. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch it. But I don't need 20 channels of it.
Well, the 50th or 60th time you've seen the praying mantis crawl on the back of another one.
I should have, exactly. I should have the cooking channel. I should have all these channels. I live my life on television. I don't go out of the house. I watch television to experience life.
You need recipes.
You're not kidding.
I was saying that the FCC threw a wrench in this whole thing about 6 months ago because they passed a law now that any channel that's available in your area, any broadcast channel must be carried by the cable system. So they had to add, Channel 21 was already on there, but they had to add, Channel 55.
There's nothing wrong with it. Let me tell you something. Forget that.
Yeah, but they made them add, 10 channels that's now taken away from ones you'd like to see.
No, the point is that the FCC should be involved in demonopolizing these cable systems. I should have a choice. Oh, please, leave me alone with this. I'm not going to have the same discussion every day. What?
Don't forget the Nancy Kerrigan tape.
Is it good?
It's very good.
I was going to take some phone calls here. But
what is the Nancy Kerrigan tape?
Stuttering John went out to talk to Nancy Kerrigan, the skater.
Kerrigan,
yeah.
Nancy
Why
Kerrigan.
me? Why me? Why me?
She got a song and everything.
Yeah. She was out somewhere, but she wouldn't answer John. John just stood there like a mental patient and yelled questions right into her face. He was 3 feet from her, right?
About as far as I'm from you.
Right. You just stood there.
Yeah, stood there and yelled them. And
was she on ice skates?
Nah, she's promoting some, I don't know, video or something. Calendar.
I don't know.
It was at Sam Goody on 6th Ave, 48.
What was that, friend?
I don't know. She's promoting some.
All right, so let me hear this quickly. So picture this. Stuttering John this is why the E! Show is important. You can actually see this. Is 3 feet from Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, on video she keeps looking at me and, and really getting upset by me.
So you asked a couple of questions and she couldn't answer?
No, because, she just wanted to ignore me. She tried hard to ignore me, but it's pretty hard with my voice and her being so close.
And she just what would she do? Would she just look at you and go away?
She would shake her head and look and smile and have a nervous smile and look at people and they wouldn't throw me out because I'm a member of the press there and they, so she was stuck,
Right.
Oh,
Let's see. Was there a lot of people there?
About 100.
Oh, I guess that whole thing's over. Hit her with a pipe. She'll notice you.
She'll talk. Nancy, could you
wrap it up like this? In the corner, Nancy.
Nancy, could you say why for us? Nancy.
What's wrong with that?
Nancy, have you seen the Jeff Galooly Tanya Harding video yet? The wedding video? Nancy?
Okay.
Nancy, have you ever gotten frostbite on your ass? What do you think of Howard Stern, Nancy?
Not much.
Right about now?
You said hi. Are you a fan? Nancy, do you have a heated bra?
Are you through?
Howard Stern.
Howard? No, it's John. It's not Howard.
Funny question, right? Hey, Nancy, did getting the silver medal lose any endorsements for you?
Serious question.
Nancy? Nancy, any lesbian figure skaters? Any straight male skaters? Doesn't want to talk to us. I don't know what it is, Doug. What do you think it is? I don't understand it.
Who's Doug?
All right, Nancy, have a nice day, all right?
Who?
Nancy, bye-bye.
Oh, from E. Oh, Doug from E. Well, there you go. Well, I'll have to take a look at that.
That's pretty funny.
Any gay guys? Any gay?
Nancy?
Any straight
Nancy?
Every question.
Like a mental patient. Nancy. That's good. It's really weird watching you do that. I was watching that Channel 9 thing they did on you, that piece. And,
I didn't see that. How was it?
And you were like, they showed you at the Cindy Crawford thing where you were yelling stuff to Cindy Crawford. And then the guy was like dragging you out.
Yeah.
Boy, it was really weird.
He grabbed me. Did he grab my mouth?
Yeah. I mean, I like felt for you. Wait, talk about being the town jackass.
I gotta see that. I gotta see that.
It's very funny. I mean, it's really you do appreciate Stuttering John and what he does when you realize.
When I saw him crouching behind a phone booth one day, before an interview, I thought, wow, there's more to that job than I thought.
Yeah. There's a man on fire.
Like those Civil War battles where you see the guy just marching with his rifle right into war. He knows he's going to get killed.
Yeah, they don't try to duck. They don't.
Right. They pull, this guy pulls.
The British style of fighting. It took the Viet Cong to finally figure out we could hide behind these leaves. We don't have to come out and fight.
What was funny about the whole thing was the Americans kept saying, they're not fighting fair.
Yeah, right. What is this? Why don't they come out of the jungle and fight us?
Like it's a war.
And they disguise themselves like they're civilians. They don't wear uniforms, those little nips.
That's why we can't win. They won't fight fair.
Yeah, very good, Stuttering John.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, man. Now you notice the United States can't go to war with anybody. Every time they go, well, they're not just going to come right out of their homes and fight. They're going to hide in those mountains.
Or, we don't know how to, traverse the desert like they do.
Right. Everyone's figured out how to fight us. You don't come right out and fight.
They're going to take advantage of what they know.
I was always amazed during World War II when I would watch these documentaries on World War II, and they would say, well, what would happen is Rommel would go to Egypt.
And everybody knew where he was going.
Yeah, there was a setup, and you would go there, and the two forces would fight and bomb each other, and you would see everyone. Everyone had their own uniform on, like football, so you could tell the place. I had a big swastika, we had big American flag on our arms, and everybody knew who everyone else was.
Well, that's what used to kill me about even the old campaigns used to read about, that everybody would set up a spot. Like the Civil War. Everybody went to Gettysburg.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then they shot each other.
I just said, gee, what if the Nazis put on American uniforms and really fooled us?
Yeah.
And started firing on their, but they never did. All right, anyway, let's take a break. We'll be back with your phone calls. Right. After this, Ivan Reitman and Arnold Schwarzenegger will be in.
On their way, huh?
On their way over, promoting the movie Junior. And we got a whole bunch of other things for you, too, right after these words.
Yeah. Soon to be retired, Howard Stern.
Woo! How many more months on my contract? And I go into retirement. I'm going to sit like Jack Parr and count coupons. What is it? How many more months, Jackie?
Still 12.
Still 12 months. It never changes for me. That hourglass.
It's about to turn over to 11.
It's about to turn over to 11.
That's going to be a big day.
I'm going to celebrate.
Than a year.
I can't wait. I was dragging my ass out of bed this morning. Freaking. I come in here, I get a nauseous feeling in my stomach. It's enough we're trying to entertain people day in and day out.
I don't bother to try to sleep anymore. Why are you still trying to sleep?
Is that right? You just stay up, huh? Well, Arnold's not here, so I'm not going to bring in Ivan yet.
Oh, Ivan's here by himself?
Yeah. Well, he's waiting for Arnold.
The big man is late, huh?
Yeah. Ivan's got more money than Arnold.
Why is he here on time?
Because Ivan's the producer of the film. He makes damn sure he's on time.
Must be fun to be at that point in your career.
No.
Yeah, not at the struggling point where, you got to make sure that, somebody sees this movie.
No, Ivan's you know what? Ivan's got about $1 billion, but I'll tell you something.
He's still worried?
He's still like a whining woman when it comes to this movie. It's funny, it's funny, it's funny.
I thought he wouldn't care anymore.
Oh, please. The guy cares more than ever.
Oh, no. Then there is no place to be that's good.
Because as he matures, he's like, do I still have it? Do I still have it? Am I still in touch with the man, the common man?
I wouldn't even care.
Yeah,
on
he
a
cares.
beach somewhere in Tahiti.
Yeah, well, believe me, he's got nothing better to do.
Oh.
Ivan's out there with
What's his story? Is he married to the same woman?
He's got some piece of ass at home, some Genevieve or something. He tells every minute he says to me.
After he got very famous?
About 30 times he told me when I met him, I've got a beautiful wife, Genevieve, beautiful, beautiful wife, Genevieve.
I think that was part of the prenup.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but he's out there with his kids and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
He does that all the time. I remember the first time Ivan and I were going to meet, I was all excited because I was meeting the director of, Stripes, the producer of Animal House, the, Ghostbusters.
Sure.
I said, wow, we're having a meeting. It's going to be really cool, and the guy's really into me and stuff. I walk in the meeting. His son is sitting there. I go, what kind of meeting is this?
Well, that's kind of a compliment.
No.
No?
No.
It's not?
No, he was just jerking me off.
Oh.
That means he was just having a meeting so his son could meet me.
Well, that's what I'm saying, that he has to impress his son
No, he jerks
by
me off.
introducing him to you.
I knew it was a jerk off 2 seconds before I got in there. I saw the son sitting there. I go, hey, that's cool, but you don't bring your son to a business meeting. What kind of business meeting is this?
If Arnold has ever met his son.
Yeah, but not in a business. You take a business meeting with Arnold, you don't bring your son into it.
We're going to ask Ivan this question. Did he do that?
Ivan brings his son in to the business. I go, wait a second. This is a business meeting? We're going to be discussing things, and the son is sitting there?
There was really no business?
Well, there was supposed to be, but there was nonsense. Monkey business. Monkey business.
Because if he really didn't discuss business with you, then that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, he did, but it's not... Listen, let me explain something to you. When you're ready to make a deal with somebody and get things going, you don't bring your kids into the meeting.
Oh.
Ivan knows that. He was jerking me off.
No. And he never sent the son away. The son listened to every detail.
Listen to every detail.
That's pretty funny.
Listen, I'm a bright guy. You don't fool around with me. I know what's going on. But all right, so listen, I was happy to meet the guy anyway. I like Ivan. Ivan's a good man.
Yeah. How old is his son? Maybe he's in business.
Son's really cute.
You sure his son's not a business partner?
No, his son's a little guy, a little kid. He's like, I don't know.
12.
Something like that. I don't know. I can't tell anybody's age. Yeah, but Ivan's got some piece of ass wife.
Mm-hmm.
I think he met her, got good and famous and rich.
Right, and then married a starlet.
He married some French broad.
Went to Cannes and met her on the beach or something.
She's way too good for him, let's put it that way. So, I don't know. But maybe we should just bring Ivan in without Arnold.
Sure, he's got a lot to talk about, I'm sure.
Who, Ivan?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to know what it's like, the life of a big director like that.
You can bring Ivan in. Arnold's people called about 4 minutes ago, and they were just leaving the hotel. They'll be here any second.
Well, he's a big star.
Arnold's like the president. People report on his movement when he's on his way here.
Can I tell you something? This building, did something for him last time. The owner moved his car out so that Arnold could get his car in.
Is that right?
It's like unheard of.
Yeah, right. The owner never does that for me.
We pay rent here.
All right, why don't I take a break? And then I'll bring in Ivan. And if Arnold's here at the same time, we'll bring them both in.
Okay.
Or just bring in Ivan.
Arnold will have to play catch-up.
Who's Ivan out there with? His kid?
His kid?
How old's his son?
Son looks to be about somewhere between 18 and 20, and then his son's girlfriend.
I thought he was 12.
His son's girlfriend.
His son's girlfriend?
Oh, the girlfriend?
Yeah.
What does she look like?
Cute.
Yeah, I think if you're Ivan Reitman's son, you can get yourself a pretty cute girlfriend.
Well, there's somebody we want to talk to. Leave Ivan there. Bring his
you know
son
what?
in.
I'd rather interview his son and his girlfriend.
But you got to admit, it's pretty cool. If I was Ivan's son.
Bring in Ivan's son and the girlfriend.
And you just say, hey, you want to come hang out with Arnold and Howard Stern today?
Yeah, bring it. Yeah, well, Ivan does that. Ivan, G around. Go ahead. Bring in without Ivan. Bring in the son and the girlfriend.
Leave Ivan out there.
Yeah. Like if you're Ivan Reitman, the director. Now Ivan, he's worth $1 billion. He's literally worth $1 billion.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He's worth more than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes,
You're
absolutely.
serious about
absolutely. Well, you'll ask them. I am telling you, Ivan is worth more money than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much money Ivan has generated in films? And he produced them.
Well, I didn't know that
he produced Beethoven.
That much money.
He produced Beethoven.
Oh, you didn't tell
there's
me
the son. The son's good looking. And look at the girlfriend. She's a model.
Hi-yo.
Hi-yo. How you doing? Hey, what's your first name? I forget. I met you once.
Jason
Reitman. Jason is not the key name here. Reitman is. What, do you want to be director like your dad?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Were you there to discuss business with Howard?
Yeah, what were you doing? Hey, let me ask you something. Remember when I took that business meeting with your dad?
Yeah.
What was that all about? How come he brought you in there?
I don't know. Maybe he wants me to learn. He's proud of me.
Can you imagine?
Are you running around directing things now?
Yeah. I gotta come
No, but can you imagine though that
no offense to Jason, he's a nice kid.
He graduated high school.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he was in high school, and I'm having this big meeting with his dad, and I'm real excited about it because it's Ivan Reitman.
Yeah.
Who I hold up as one of the funniest guys.
And you
know.
met him on a studio lot or something?
No, this was at my agent's office.
Oh, okay.
And all of a sudden I walk in and I go, this is going to be a very heavy meeting. I just got to keep my wits about me, you know. Can't get starstruck, you know. I just
don't be nervous.
Just got to be who I am. Got to do the whole thing. I go, this is going to be a very big deal we're talking about here. I walk in. Jason's on the couch. and I was like, oh, I thought I'd bring my son around. I was like, oh.
Jason really closes all the deals.
You don't like me?
No, I like you. You don't understand. It wasn't appropriate for you to be at a business meeting.
I can understand that.
You're a kid, you know. Yeah, it's not your
learning.
fault. Your dad doesn't know this stuff.
Was
he doesn't know anything about the business.
No, he doesn't know anything.
Was it really an apprenticeship type thing? Your father takes you in on these things?
Oh, yeah, I've been doing this since I was born.
So how long have you guys been boyfriend and girlfriend?
5 months.
5 months? So what happened? How long does it take him before he tells you he's Ivan Reitman's son?
Maybe she's somebody's daughter. Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? Are you somebody's daughter?
My parents.
Yeah, but I mean, are your parents famous? Are they in the business?
No.
Oh, so then you're easy to get. I mean, you want to be right? Am I right? You want to be with a Reitman.
No.
So have you seen Jason's house? Have you been to his house?
Yeah.
Is it, like, unbelievable? Is it like this huge palace?
He has a nice house.
Yeah. Well, his father's worth about $1 billion. Do you know that? You're going to have to sign a prenup if he marries you. Is that your first girlfriend, or you've had plenty?
That's a couple of them.
Yeah, what's the move? How far into, like,
dating
do you tell him that Ivan Reitman's your father?
Right. I don't know.
Or do you wear it on your T-shirt?
Yeah. I would wear a shirt. If Ivan was my father, I would just wear it on my shirt.
No, I'm Jason.
Yeah, you're Jason Reitman.
No.
It's a whole thing, man. Your father's a genius. I mean, all you got to do is go, oh, yeah, my dad made Animal House, Ghostbusters, yeah, Beethoven.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to the premiere. He probably does it that way.
Did you go to the premiere of Junior?
Yeah.
You did? Was that exciting?
Well.
And does
yeah.
Ivan hook you guys up with Arnold, and Arnold has to stand there and talk to you and pretend like he's interested in you and stuff?
No.
When your father had a meeting with Arnold Schwarzenegger about a movie, did he bring you to the meeting? No.
Oh,
of course not.
That's terrible. It really is true, Howard. He was jerking you around.
And that's the problem with Ivan. Ivan should really know that I am a more important figure in the film industry than even Arnold right now.
Yeah.
I'm about to cut through. And he didn't treat me with respect.
Oh, he's dead.
Your father brought you to it. Do you understand how insulting that is to me? Not that I like you.
You're a nice guy.
Out of all the kids in the world I would like to have at a meeting, it's you. But I'm saying, it's insulting to me.
So you a big Howard fan?
Oh, yeah, I listen to every morning.
Yeah, exactly. So Ivan said, hey, you want to meet Howard Stern? I'll set up a meeting. I'll jerk him off. I'll tell him I'm going to put him in a movie or something. And I'll, you know.
Then you'll get to meet him.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even listening to you then. I'm not as old as you think I am.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Yeah, so I thought you were like 12 when I met you or something.
And he's got a girl traveling with him.
Yeah, that's cool. Who sets that up? Your father? He pays for all the travel arrangements?
No, we set this up a while back. My dad decided to go afterwards.
Oh, really? Oh, you guys were coming to New York?
Yeah.
What kind of allowance do you get?
Like $50 a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Where were you flying at 17, Howard?
Nowhere. I couldn't even get a girl at 17. You got it made.
And you certainly didn't travel with a woman.
So, how did you meet Jason?
Through a friend.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we met at a party.
And then, like, did he say, hey, my dad's Ivan Reitman?
No.
Did he say, when did you find out?
I don't know, like a week later. I don't know.
A week later?
Yeah, she didn't know.
You waited a week?
I don't tell people that.
I would have told him. I would tell him right at the party.
Ivan Reitman's son coming in.
Right.
Yeah, you got to take it. You got to pace it right.
What kind of car you drive?
What kind of Jeep?
You got a Jeep?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice Jeep.
Yeah. Dad probably set you up with a Jeep now, but by the time you get in college, I'll have a Ferrari.
Well, that's his other car. What's your real car?
Yeah.
That's my weekend car.
What you got? Any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, 2 younger sisters.
Oh. You know how much money your father's going to leave you when he passes away?
You don't plan to work or anything.
Yeah, you don't even have to work. I'm telling you. I mean, you should work. You should do you could do stuff for your father and stuff. But
do charity.
Yeah, do charity work like the Kennedy. Your father's. How much do you think your father's worth? Did you ever discuss it with him?
I don't discuss that with him.
What do you think? Take a guesstimate.
Take a guess. I don't know. I have no idea.
Animal House. Animal House alone brought Ivan $50 million.
Yeah, he was rich already.
$50 million.
Yeah, easily. You're laughing. I'm telling your father. He doesn't tell you.
No, he doesn't.
You've never pondered. What kind of house you live in? You got a mansion?
That's a nice house.
Yeah. You got servants and stuff?
How many rooms?
How many black people serve you? Seriously. None? Zero?
Zero.
You don't have any help at the house. You're doing chores.
No.
You know what? You should major in math. And just learn how to count your father's money. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do if I was you.
Is he doing like something? Is he doing the scam of going to college and stuff like that, pretending to try to learn something, a skill?
Oh yeah, you're gonna like go to college and pretend to work and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Be like a director or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. What is it?
That'd be cool.
What's Ivan doing?
I've been told that the kids' time is pretty much over.
Oh, it is?
No,
Right.
just a little bit longer, but it shouldn't be the whole show.
Oh, I see. Oh, who said that, Ivan? Bring in Ivan. What is he directing my show? Oh, now he's directing my show.
I'll come back for another.
That's great. Oh, I think I've had enough of the kid. It's getting boring.
Not to me.
Yeah.
You're going to school, right? And what is your major?
No, I'm in high school.
Oh, you're still in high school.
Oh, yeah, he's got it made.
Oh.
Kid's well poised, good-looking kid. Come in here, Ivan. Look at that. Hey, Arnold. All right, then then tell the kids to leave. What a great thing that is.
Bye, Jason.
See you, Jason.
And what's your girlfriend's name?
What's the difference?
Oh, she won't last long. Huh?
How cool is it to be?
Girlfriend?
Yeah. Come on in, Arnold. Arnold, don't talk.
Passing judgment on the girlfriend.
Yeah, Arnold's looking over the girlfriend to see if she meets with approval. How you doing, Arnold? Good to see you. Hi. How cool would it be, Arnold?
I like the country look.
You like the country look? Yes, thank you. I'm a country gentleman, aren't I? Yes, yeah, he likes my look. Look at you guys. The only thing cooler than being Ivan Reitman's son would be to be Oliver Stone Jr. or something, maybe. And I don't even know that would be. I was just asking the question, Arnold. Who is worth more? I would think Ivan is even worth more money than you. Am I correct?
He is, yes.
He is, right?
Really?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Oh, absolutely. Ivan, let's be honest. Arnold has made blockbuster after blockbuster. There is no arguing with that. You are a very wealthy man. But Ivan, when did you start in the film industry?
18 years ago.
Right, 18 years ago. First film out of the box is Animal House as a producer. Then Stripes.
Right.
Ghostbusters. What am I leaving out?
No, but you leave out a lot of things. But I mean, each time there's a fortune to be made, and he made it.
Yes, right.
No wonder the wife is smiling all the time. From morning to night, she's smiling.
She is smiling all the time.
That's right. That's right.
Maria smiles, but Ivan's wife really smiles.
Exactly.
Maria's still working. Ivan's wife doesn't.
Yeah, right. Maria has to work.
Oh, look who's in there.
But you, Ivan, you were rich when Arnold was still laying bricks in California. Am I correct? Right.
You're absolutely right.
It was a horrible thing. Poor Arnold, muscular guy, and he's laying brick.
And that's why he looks like he does, and I look like I do.
Exactly. Now listen to me. So you are saying?
We are listening to you.
Ivan, what are you worth? Are you worth? Can I just take a guess?
He's saying $1 billion.
I'm saying you're worth $1 billion.
Not even close.
More?
More? Is it really more, Arnold? Yeah?
I'm not saying anything because it's totally off the record.
Yes, but
it's just between us.
No, but it has to be $1 billion in the sense that, and I don't mean to dwell on your money, Ivan, but
let me ask you.
But there's really nothing else to dwell on. I mean, what are we going to?
But you saw the latest Variety magazine.
Yes.
It came out, and I think it was Friday it came out.
Yes.
And there was this huge section in the middle, which they have only done the 4th time in the history of Variety magazine.
Yes.
And there's a section, it's called the $1 billion director. Now, why do they call it the $1 billion director?
Why?
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 Because you're
because
right on the money.
$1 billion.
Because the man is worth over $1 billion.
Exactly. Exactly. Wow. Now that's an accomplishment. Hey, you were smart. Arnold is very smart. You know he is adept at picking directors.
Oh, absolutely.
When Arnold decides to do a comedy, he goes to a comedy genius. Ivan is a comedy genius. True.
Total genius.
You decided to do Junior. You went to Ivan.
It was not that I decided, and it was not that I went to Ivan.
Right.
I mean, it was hunting after him.
Right.
I finally caught up with him in, I think it was in Aspen.
That's
with
right.
no mask. Yeah,
You're following him around the country.
Exactly. We were skiing there together. I think it was Robin Williams was there, and there was a bunch of other guys from Hollywood was there.
Right.
And we all were having a good time, and so finally
What a life, huh?
I told Ivan, of course, you deserve it.
And you met Ivan's wife?
I met the whole family.
Is that right?
And I said to Ivan, we must work together.
Actually, he said, you're the Ghostbusters guy.
Yeah. You're the Ghostbusters guy? Make a comedy with me. That's it. It's unbelievable.
I could be a Ghostbuster or something, I think was the original line.
And when you met with Arnold for the first time, Ivan, you didn't insult him by bringing your son to the business meeting, did you?
Actually, I think my son was there. He just forgot.
I don't believe that's correct. Arnold, when you sit down to discuss business, tell Ivan this. Ivan once had a business meeting with me the first time I met him.
Was it really business, Ivan?
Yes, it was supposed to be.
It was absolutely business.
It was business.
We talked seriously.
We talked very seriously, and then I don't know what happened.
Times.
But what I'm saying is, we talked very seriously, but
when you sit down in a business meeting, you are a very astute businessman. Everyone knows that. We've read enough about that. When you sit down with Ivan, does he bring his son the first time into a meeting to meet with you about a movie? That you would consider that crazy?
Have you ever met with Ivan's son?
To be honest with you, we talk a lot of times business when the whole family is there. My family is there, and his family is there.
Oh, that's
and
a power meeting.
And many times,
You can say that again.
It's just, first of all, because we don't make the decisions anyway. It's our wives that tell us what to do.
Yeah.
So we might as well bring them right into the meeting. So they don't have to go home and explain what went on and all those things. And then let the kids decide finally what movie to make next.
You are so friggin' handsome. Come here. Come here. You look fantastic. Look at you. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at you, man. I didn't realize how handsome you are. I've met you now a couple of times. You look handsome.
You know, I think Arnold's still in his role. He's asking you for a kiss.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, don't be jealous now and then, that Cage. Come on.
This is a homoerotic story, Junior.
Right,
Is it not? Yes, it is. Arnold becomes a woman. He actually becomes a woman. He does become a woman.
Very feminine.
He became you actually transformed. Of course, but that's the compliment of the movie, that you are able to play the role of a woman. You become pregnant.
I'm playing a man.
What?
I'm playing a man that is becoming pregnant.
Yes, but you take female hormones and you become
get in
feminine.
touch with your feminine side.
That's because I'm pregnant.
Right.
You know, and I get very emotional.
Right.
And things start happening. All of a sudden start having tears coming down my eyes when I see a sensitive commercial.
Right.
That was very sensitive.
Yes.
I mean, I even could cry right now if I think about it.
Absolutely.
No, but I mean, I have to live it in the meantime.
I have a surprise from the two of you. In Junior, of course, it reunites Arnold with Danny DeVito.
Yes.
I've asked Danny to come here today and just say a quick hello. Danny, come on in. And let me just say that this was, you guys knew you were going to make another movie together, you and Danny, because after the success of the hell's the name of the movie? Twins. That's it. You guys had to get back together again. This was something the audience demanded. Am I correct?
Right. I mean, it was.
Here he is. Danny DeVito. Come on in, Danny. There he is. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing there? Are you all right?
I can't hear you, Danny. I can't hear you.
What is with little Danny? How are you? Pretty good. You like that?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring in a midget. It's always good. It breaks the tension. All right, thank you, Marty.
Don't worry,
Marty the
Danny,
midget.
do another shot, okay?
Danny is so small. Ivan doesn't like that. That's not. If Ivan doesn't write the joke, it's not funny. Ivan's like, just talk about the movie. Talk about the movie. Listen,
how many times have you been here in this show?
I've never been here. I've been on the show once before.
This is only the beginning.
I know.
This is it.
Wait of all the things that this guy is coming through.
Okay, speaking of things, you got it. Before we talk about Junior, just before we get into Junior, do me a favor. I know a female okay, because you were in bodybuilding for so long, I know this bodybuilder, and I swear to God it's a guy. I'm telling you, I think it's a guy. Did you see the New Year's Eve pay-per-view special? Did either of you guys see it?
No.
All right. If I showed you this person, would you tell me if they were a man or a woman?
You could tell?
Could you tell?
You mean she looks like a woman, but she's
She claims to be a woman. She claims to it. This is Nicole. Do you know Nicole?
Sure.
You know her?
Sure.
You know Nicole Bass?
Yeah. She's a woman.
You say that's a woman.
Yeah.
Bring her in for 2 seconds, so Arnold. You wait a second.
Come on.
Are you serious?
This is like a quiz show.
Yeah, this is a quiz show. I would like to do a quiz show. Wait a second. Nicole, come in quickly. Now, Ivan, tell me something. First of all, Arnold, wait, move back and don't stand there, Arnold. What's the matter with you? You know Arnold's scared of you.
He's not.
Let me say something. What is that? You got to kiss Arnold. What's the matter with you? Arnold's a big star.
This is Ivan Reitman.
Tell me if do me a favor. Ivan, wait a second, Ivan. You're not a professional bodybuilder. Do you think that that's a woman?
I have no idea.
I believe Nicole. Nicole, I don't say it as an insult. Arnold, I don't insult anybody. I love everybody.
Oh, since when?
Meanwhile,
I cannot believe it.
Ivan just.
Are you running for office?
Again, yes. Ivan just puked on Arnold's lap. Ivan goes for a more traditional-looking woman. No, be serious. This is a woman. How can you be sure?
Arnold invited me to my first bodybuilding show. This man gave me a start in bodybuilding.
Is that true?
Yes, he did.
You saw
the competition.
You saw him and said you should put on a wig and be a woman?
Unrehearsed.
Howard's
It's a
jealous.
compliment. Okay, so listen to it. It's a long compliment.
All right.
Make me look good. Come on.
Make you look good?
Right.
I don't have to
Do your
try
laugh for Ivan. Ivan wants to put you in a movie.
Now hit the shot. Hit the shot for Ivan.
Hit a shot.
There you go. Look at that. Unbelievable. Now, how is it possible? Arnold, explain to me how it's possible that a woman can get in that kind of shape. It's got to be
Good
steroids.
genetics.
It's got genetics. I don't have those genetics.
I know. That's why you're in radio.
Arnold,
but I'm telling you that she has been working out for how many years? It's 10
11,
years. 11 years now.
I've been working out for 11 years.
21 years old.
Working out. She worked out. I saw her down at World Gym working out 4 hours a day and stuff like that. I mean, she's really serious about this thing, and she's working out hard. She's taking a lot of food supplements and all those.
Is that it?
Forget about all the steroid stuff. This is. Let's assume for a second she has taken it.
Oh, she absolutely
has.
Let
me tell you something.
Yes.
That's not how you get like this.
No, you still got to work out.
Like this because she worked at 4 hours a day and she's very dedicated. And the great thing about it is that women today can do the same sports that men can do.
I won't believe it till I see the vagina. That's it. I got to be blunt about
Hey, let's let Playboy make me an offer.
What? Playboy? No one's going to pay. Keep your clothes on.
In here. I cannot believe it.
It's unbelievable. You've never seen her vagina, though, right, Craig?
Oh, dear.
Arnold is a married man with 3 beautiful children.
You never saw. All right. Thank you so much, Nicole Bass. Congratulations on all your bodybuilding.
Your movie was great.
Now, you saw the movie Junior?
I saw it. It was fantastic.
Now, how did you get to see it so quickly?
Because I went to a sneak preview.
Oh, so you snuck into a preview?
I snuck into the
That's unbelievable. Now, tell me, well, as long as you're here, go ahead. You can be the first person to compliment the boys on the new movie.
It was so funny.
Yes.
This movie, I don't know why, it should have a G rating. I mean, it should have been...
It doesn't. What does it have? PG?
It was PG. It was...
Why, Arnold doesn't even say penis in it.
He says the S word.
That's right. Yeah, caught one S word, Arnold.
I cannot even remember that.
That's right.
I do.
And you enjoyed it.
It was fantastic, and you look beautiful in pink.
Well, you certainly represent the common man. So.
Thank you very much, Howard.
Nicole, congratulations.
Arnold's a real man.
All right, get away from Arnold. He's really getting nervous. You had no idea. That's right. I don't blame you. Yeah, that's the closest you'll ever get to Arnold again. Goodbye, Nicole. Good luck. Yeah, right. Does that scare you or what?
Why?
Oh my God! Come on, listen. You're married to Maria Schreiber. She's a sexy, feminine. I know her husband.
Yeah, she's a wonderful girl.
I made them.
She's a real girl.
Yeah, she's a really great girl.
Oh, okay.
Well, if Arnold says it, it must be true.
I guess so.
All right, let us talk about this. Who knows? You don't know for sure. You would never have sex with her, though, would you? Hey, let's say, Arnold, let's say you were on an island.
Already, I'm a married man.
If you were on an island, and that was it, there would have been nuclear war. You were stuck with Nicole on an island, and
you
it was
could
the two of you.
understand, Nicole, if there had been nuclear war.
Yeah, it's even affected. You would not have sex with her, no. If you had to procreate, that would be. You would just say, forget it. I would give up.
She would be my great training partner.
That would be it. In every way. That's it. I would have sex with a palm tree first. But Ivan, you must be very proud that you and Arnold have worked together again.
Yes.
You are very happy, are you not?
Absolutely.
That's right. And now you have your blockbuster on your hands. This is called Junior. This is your greatest.
Why do you like working with Arnold so much?
Why? Because Arnold brings in people regardless whether Ivan hits the mark or not. Arnold brings people.
No.
Ivan can't work with me because, I'm not proven. Wait, we'll see.
Oh, stop.
Ivan's a big star. We'll see. Ivan can't take a chance on anybody. Got to keep working with Arnold. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Arnold, admit it. You're holding up Ivan at this point. Isn't that true? Arnold, is it fun working with Ivan, or is he very demanding?
The crap out of me all morning.
I've had it with you. You know what I realized? I realized knowing Ivan has done me no good.
Let Ivan now answer the question that she has asked.
Yes,
okay, go ahead. What was the question?
Pumping him and
why am I working? Why have I worked with him 3 times?
All right. Why have you worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger 3 times?
Now listen carefully.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's hear something profound.
He's great. He's great.
Ivan, what an ad-libber. Oh, my God. Thank God you came in, Ivan. I didn't know what to ask Arnold. It's unbelievable. No, actually,
I was better on the phone with you.
Now, Arnold, you are doing a publicity tour, and so is Ivan. Ivan will be on Conan tonight while you are on David Letterman. What's that all about? No, listen, you guys work together. Now, this is the story. Let's describe to the audience, in case they haven't heard the hype on the movie. The story of a man, the first man to become pregnant. Am I correct?
Right.
That's correct, yes.
Now, this is a difficult role to play because, obviously, your fans are used to seeing you as a action kind of guy.
A He-Man.
Well,
do you beat up anyone in this movie? Do you at least kick someone in the nuts?
There's something like that. Yes.
Right,
but
yes.
That's not really what the movie is about. I mean, the movie is basically about a guy, a scientist, that has developed this wonder drug, medicine, that will help a woman at any age to
Yes.
get pregnant, except the FDA does not accept it.
Right.
So he, in order to prove his point with his partner, which is Danny DeVito, he impregnates himself. He's forced into this to impregnate himself to show that this is really a great drug. And it works. But the idea is only to do it like for 2 months or so.
Right.
Just show to the scientific community that this works. But in fact, what happens is I get emotionally involved in this baby then all of a sudden, and I want to carry it to term.
You refuse to abort.
That's right.
One of the funniest things is when Arnold starts to carry on about, I wonder what my baby would look like.
That's right. And then all of a sudden, you actually see what your baby would look like.
That's right, yes.
Very good. Very good scene.
And then that creates then all the comedy and all the things that, the emotional changes, the mood swings, appetite fluctuations, where you see me stuffing my face in the movie and all this. I mean, it's really... But the great thing about the movie is that is... one thinks that this is maybe a one-joke movie then, but I mean it's really a fantastic story, and you have read the reviews by now. I mean,
yes.
The critics call it as the #1 comedy.
And we could take the kids to it. Is that correct? Is it safe to take the kids to? I would think so. I saw it. I would take my kids to it.
Absolutely.
So my wife said, I would take my kids to that. I said, well, go ahead and take your kids. Leave me alone. I'll stay home. I saw it already. But will your fake pregnant belly be hung in Planet Hollywood? Will that be?
Will we be seeing the
yes,
pregnant Arnold?
Absolutely, you can count on that.
And you took and when you plan such a movie like this, when the early stages are going, you go over to Ivan's house, and Ivan comes to your house, and they bring the kids, and you actually socialize with Ivan? Is that how it works?
Absolutely. Well, we have been friends for a long time.
And
so
what does it mean to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's friends? What privileges do I get? Do I get to go to your compound?
Well, it's not the privileges. It's just that you have a lot of things in common. Ivan and I, we have a lot of things in common because of the family.
Right.
He has 3 children. I have 3 children.
And you actually get together and socialize?
Yes.
Oh, that must be heaven for Ivan. Oh, you must love that.
Did you hear he was talking about that ski trip where he met Ivan? Robin Williams was there. They're living a life.
Yes. Oh, this
That
is
is
some
incredible.
excitement. Why is Howard Stern not a part of this life?
Well, that everyone... Apparently, in 11 months, you will be, right?
What do you mean? I will be free to run around because I'll be retired. No, 11 months, you guys won't even want to know me. The only way I get any contact with you is through the radio show. Now, how does one network themselves into this lifestyle? I mean, obviously, you have to make movies together and things, but it must be wonderful. Like, how many times a year will you get to see Arnold Schwarzenegger in his house?
I don't know, dozen.
And a dozen. And you go over there, and what will happen? Will you actually? Will you
talk?
And will the wives swim and things like that around the pool?
Have our wives swum together?
I haven't met Ivan's wife yet, but I hear she's a knockout. Genevieve. Yes.
Her name the wrong way.
How did you get her, Ivan? What is that story? You were already a famous director, and you get a model or something?
No, I was broke, and I was making my very first film in Canada, and she was making her. She was a French-Canadian actress. And she was making her first English-speaking film in Toronto, and her production secretary was the roommate of my film's production secretary, and I was sort of invited over.
Really?
Yeah, we started talking at 4 o'clock in the morning. We were the only ones up. We were still talking.
No kidding.
She made toast and blew the circuits out in the place, and about a week later, we were living together.
Oh, quick mover. Braggart.
And then
but look at Arnold, though. He's got a Kennedy. That's unbelievable. That is the score of a lifetime.
Yes, but she
God bless
took
you.
care of me for the first year. I was broke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you think she really loves you then?
I hope so.
Absolutely.
I think so.
You're a lucky man.
Not sure.
You're a gigolo, Ivan. So Arnold, you, of course, have some personal life with Maria. Unbelievable. It continues to amaze me how you are now a Kennedy. And you get to, did you get to go to...
Kennedy.
What?
I mean, I'm a Kennedy.
You are a Kennedy. You are part of the... Of course you are Kennedy.
Schwarzenegger.
No. You are a Kennedy now.
Their name all changed to Schwarzenegger.
It's true.
I don't understand.
It's true. None of the
all Republicans now.
It's true. And none of the Kennedys can really brag about income. None of them, they all live off trust funds, and you are the only one bringing in some major cash. You are the cash cow in the family. Am I correct? You are the first one.
You're the producer.
Yeah, you're the one who actually makes money.
I don't spread it the way you think.
You don't? You're a smart man.
I was shocked to see that you were campaigning for Kennedys this election.
He's got to do that.
Well, first of all, that's what the news said.
You never did?
Never, no.
Do you guys sit around and goof on John for flunking the bar 3 times? I mean, is that the family joke?
He's a very smart guy.
Is he really?
No,
come on, you had a good laugh.
He's a very smart
Really?
guy. Oh, absolutely. I love John.
You do?
He's a terrific kid. Yeah.
But it makes you feel good when he flunks the bar a couple of times.
Come on.
Feel
good with someone else.
It makes you the most important guy. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And the marriage is still strong. Everything is good, right?
Fantastic.
She's a lovely
my
lady.
Wife more now than ever before.
I love your wife more now than ever before.
Yeah, I hope so.
Beautiful woman. And what happens, Ivan, when you go over Arnold's house? Do they sit around and swim and stuff? Because Arnold loves to be showing his body. I don't know. I just
fantasy.
I don't know. I just always see you like going over.
He ever asks anybody.
I see Maria
around the pool.
I see Maria and Genevieve by the pool in their bikinis and stuff. Flimsy one piece.
We're mostly running after our children on the tennis court, actually.
Really? Oh, I don't buy that.
Do they vacation together?
Yeah, did you ever go on a vacation together? That's cool.
Yes.
We've been to short vacations together, absolutely, yeah. We have a great time together because the kids can play together. Then we have so many things in common. Like I said, we can schmooze, sit there, and have a good time. And
but you don't hang around with Danny DeVito.
Cool.
Oh, absolutely.
And you guys...
Danny DeVito is a great guy. And by the way, you saw the movie. I mean, he was fantastic in this film. I mean,
Danny's a really funny guy.
He's a very funny guy.
And the two of you physically on the screen are just funny. It's good laughs just to see you two together. I enjoy that.
Just the physical thing. It's really, they complement each other.
The director. Excuse me. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Ivan. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, does Rhea Perlman go on the vacations too with you guys? She don't wear a thong, does she? I mean, come on. No one wants to see that, right?
Stop it.
You think Danny cheats on her? You think Danny cheats on Rhea?
Why would you, first of all, no.
Oh, come on.
Why would you lower this show to this level?
With 6 men, don't I?
You have to,
come on.
You have this hot show, this radio show.
You think that's low?
This show's sitting at that level every day, Arnold. Let's be serious.
Danny DeVito's wife.
Come on.
I can't believe it. Come on, guys. I mean,
well, you think she's hot?
I think she's hot.
She's a lovely woman. Don't get me wrong.
Let me tell you something.
You don't think he cheats on her?
She's a hot mother.
Yeah.
She's a hot wife.
Yeah.
And she's a hot actress.
Yeah.
And she's a hot partner for him. She's really a hot human being. She's everything.
All right.
Absolutely. I think the world of them, I mean, that's why we hang out together. And that's why it was like doing Junior is like coming home again. It was like almost like we never really stopped. It was like... we were on a TV series type of thing, you know, like we've been working together for years.
Right.
And it really gives you this comfortable feeling, you know, especially also Pamela Reed is in it, who I worked with before, as you know, and Ivan.
And what's this Emma Thompson like? She seems a little icy, though. Can you really crack that?
No.
Quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. I tell you, we all thought, here's this...
I thought she had a big ass. I noticed that in the movie. Did you guys... No, I'm being serious. Arnold, you're an aficionado of physical beauty.
No, but let me just tell you this, because we all thought that she's a Shakespearean actress, very serious.
She was good with you.
She is.
She was very good with you.
We never knew, I at least didn't know, that she comes from the comedy background, that she started with comedy. So when we did the first takes, she made everyone, there was like around 60, 70 people, and they said, how? Take after take after take. She's that funny. I mean, she's a
and does Ivan make you do every scene 900 times?
Not 900 times, but sometimes so many times that you get really crazy. I mean, because Ivan is a perfectionist, and what is very hard when you do.
That's why I refuse to work with him.
Exactly.
I did. I'm not going to sit there. I do 2 takes. That's it. I'm done. I'm in my trailer.
You know something. From now to the time you will do the movie, you will be kneeling and you will be praying to Ivan so he does the movie with you.
Yeah. Well,
so
of course.
That's all I can tell you.
I've begged him.
He's that hot.
Yeah, that's right.
He can make anyone go through the roof in the box office. I mean, he's really a great director, comedy director. And I'm not saying this because he's here.
Yes, you
but I mean, I always say this anyway.
Right. No, Ivan is. I've complimented Ivan a million times. So you know, he obviously. He needs adulation.
And I think that when you do comedy, you really need someone to be there to say to you, listen, this was a great performance, but it didn't have the effect that we really want in this. It molds the scene and shapes the scene and knows exactly how.
Let me tell you what you're saying.
I'm the kind of an actor.
Yeah.
That goes sometimes overboard. So I need someone to bring me back down, and all the while you're doing the scene.
And you listen to him.
He has to. You need someone you trust.
Exactly.
In other words, if you get up there and you're making a fool out of yourself, you need someone to say, hey, wait a second, this is not the way to do it. But it's someone that has credibility, right?
But even if you don't make a fool of yourself, even if your performance is great, but it doesn't fit maybe to the performance of the last scene, and it doesn't fit together, then someone has to come in. Ivan comes in and says, look, tone it down.
See, he's smart.
Give me another performance.
That's what I tell these guys on my movie.
Do you find that directors
Wait a
have
second,
trouble
Robin.
directing
I was bringing it to my movie.
Oh,
that's right, finally. Yeah, finally.
You know what? Somehow, I just wasn't interested.
Yeah, right. Thanks a lot. Actually,
no, I don't think directors
I know
have a
what
problem.
you're saying.
Really?
I think that
you're going to both ignore me.
The key thing is...
All right, good. Go ahead. I'm listening. Just keep talking. Right, go ahead.
Has a vision of the movie. A director has to have a vision of the movie. He has to see it very clearly in front of him or her. and then you can direct the movie. And I think that all of those things of intimidation.
Can't you control Arnold, Ivan?
I think all this you get out of the way.
Stopping him out.
You can't even control him. You're the director. You just watch Arnold. You just sit back and watch.
I watch and I make suggestions.
Arnold, you know what I'm talking about.
Ivan, you have to announce it. Are we going in the right direction?
Yes.
Whole interview, or should we talk more about Junior? You think?
Well, wait. I'm getting to Junior.
I think we're about to talk about it again.
Yeah, we're about to talk about Junior.
Okay. Again, so
Arnold has been very gracious and complimented you, Ivan. I don't hear you complimenting Arnold. Now it's your turn to compliment Arnold. Go ahead. We'll give you the floor for a minute. I'm giving you 1 minute. No, come on. Absolutely. No. It's just you are being very gracious. Ivan is not gracious. Go ahead. Now say something nice about Arnold. Go ahead.
I think from the beginning of his career, he's been underrated as an actor. I think he's really
a good start.
I think he's one of the great performers that we have.
He has charisma. Is what you're trying to say.
More than that. He has the charisma of a true movie star, but beyond that, he has a way of expressing himself through his face and through his voice, that is very, very special. Most people don't think of him as a verbal actor, but in fact he is. That's the thing I noticed when I met him up in Aspen was, when we just hung around, I said, hey, here's this very charming guy who's really smart, who really knows how to talk, and all I heard him say up to then was a couple of lines that were very hard through his accent.
You were the first person to actually take a shot with Arnold in a comedy, and where you had to deliver the goods with lines and stuff, right, Arnold? Nobody would talk to you about a comedy. Then when Ivan did, all of a sudden everyone looked at you differently and said, hey, he's right for comedy.
Well, now I have a question for Ivan that pertains to you. He was on a ski trip with Arnold and saw all this stuff.
Yeah, how could he see it in me?
He met you. What did you see?
What did you see in me? I'm not going skiing with you. I can't even ski. Ivan, you can ski?
Very badly.
Yeah. Arnold goes, what is it? When you go on these ski vacations, but Arnold gets up on the skis and is a master skier, right?
Pushing down.
I try not to ski with him.
Mr. Perfect.
Because his idea of skiing is to go up and down, up and down, up and down.
Right.
I go down once and I move back and forth, nice and easy.
But meanwhile, it's a lot of fun to say, hey, I just went skiing with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I got to get in on this.
Arnold's helicopter.
Yeah. When am I going to be invited into one of these situations? Am I that much of a buffoon? Am I not acceptable?
But really, you got to ask Ivan what he saw in you. He sat and he analyzed Arnold.
He obviously saw nothing. Did you see anything in me, Ivan?
Absolutely. I told you that.
You did.
What did he see?
What did you see?
First of all, I've been a fan of the show.
Compliment me. Compliment me. I want to be complimented.
I've been listening to you more than I've listened to Arnold. I listen to you every single morning.
Exactly. Then why have you not seen this?
What do you hear?
What do you hear? What do you see?
This wonderful voice, this great energy.
Thank you.
And I think an extraordinary...
Let me tell you what happened. He looked at me, and he saw another picture with Arnold. That's what he did. He said, I know who I'm going to get. Arnold. You don't think I can play a pregnant man?
No.
You don't think I can do that?
Talked about
I can get in touch with my feminine side. Look at me. I'm a mess. I look like I'm feminine.
No, initially...
Arnold, what's it like to be so masculine? Honest to God. Look at you. I see the physique.
You never questioned your manhood once.
Never.
Well, no, there's no reason for it because
How come I question my manhood every day?
Well, your insecurities and all those things. And I mean, that's understandable.
Right.
But, I mean, when you grow up as an international stud.
Right.
The great thing about it is...
He's gotten to...
But let me tell you, the great thing about it is that you're so studly.
Yes.
Right? You're so man.
Yes.
That you can't afford then to play
a
pregnant man or to play to let the sensitive side come out because that is tougher to do than to play an action movie and to play a tough guy. That's easy. But I mean, to play the opposite of that. People always ask me, and a lot of the journalists ask me when I did the press junket, how can you do that? I mean, to be that secure with the masculinity, to play a woman or to play someone that plays a woman, and to play the pregnancy and all those kind of things. You have to be very secure with the masculinity.
This is why
that's how studly I am. So do you ask me? Here it is.
This is why I would suggest to my audience to go see the new movie Junior, because you're going to see Arnold playing a part that only Arnold could play.
Yeah.
True? I don't think anybody else could have pulled this off.
I don't think anyone else could.
That's right. And in the next...
you know what? Arnold must laugh at Sylvester Stallone's attempts at comedy.
Yeah. Do you sit there and make fun of Sylvester Stallone privately, because he has tried comedy, and you, of course, are an action star, but at the same point you branched into comedy. Sylvester Stallone fell flat on his face, and it makes you feel more
wonderful about yourself. Isn't that true? Go ahead, take that on.
No. First of all, you always think that people have great pleasure.
No, I do.
Else fail.
I do.
I don't.
I love when people fail.
I know you've said it many times.
I'm so happy.
But I mean, I have to tell you the truth is that the only way you know how far you can go is if you stretch and if you take risks. So you cannot blame any actor or any athlete or any businessman for taking risks. That the chances are then that you can fail. That's
Arnold is not telling the truth. He is glad when Sylvester Stallone failed.
He and all these other actors did not have the chance to work with Ivan Reitman.
Exactly.
So that's the only thing that's really there's a difference.
Your next picture, you should play a black man. This will be.
Really stretched.
I'm telling you, go wild with this. You and Ivan, and you play a black guy.
My name is already Schwarzenegger.
That's right. That's right.
Black plowman.
That's right. You are. He is a black plowman. That is correct. So this is very exciting. The movie Junior is out now. How much will this gross? Will it be a $200-300 million movie? We don't even know. Will it make Ivan rich beyond his wildest dreams?
Well, I think that Ivan is already rich beyond his wildest dreams. But the fact of the matter is, if you go into a movie, and if you go into a week where the movie opens, like this week, Junior opened.
It'll open big. It'll open big.
And then overseas, if you go in there with the mindset at any number,
right,
it is wrong because you shouldn't do the movie for that purpose.
I will give you a prediction.
The important thing is right now, the important thing is for us, Howard, which is the most important thing for me right now. I've never gotten reviews like this in my entire life. So for me, the movie already has been a tremendous success.
Right.
And so I'm very happy when I look at the reviews. Now we also hope that everyone out there goes to see the movie because it is really, truly the funniest movie, and it's even funnier than Twins, and I never thought I would be able to say that.
Right.
It has great energy. It's a funny subject. It's hilarious. I mean, it's everything you can think of. It has great performers in it, so we just hope that everyone goes to see it.
Fantastic.
And that, in turn, will make it, box office-wise, a successful movie.
Look how happy Ivan is. Look at it.
He does this so well. I can just sit back. I don't have to do anything.
Wow. Well, that's why Arnold's good.
That's what I love to do.
He goes out there and he does it. And did you see Emma Thompson naked during this?
No, almost.
Nice chest on her?
Let me tell you. Emma
How big are her breasts?
Well, first of all, let me tell you. Emma Thompson is a really sexy woman.
Great actress.
Not only because of her body, but because of her whole attitude and her whole behavior and her personality that she has in this British accent.
Did she come on to you at all?
Well, in the movie, there's certain scenes.
No, forget the movie. I mean, personally, did she try to get it on with you?
Well, let me finish my sentence.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. I just like to interrupt you.
So, I mean, in the movie, we have several scenes that are kind of love scenes.
Right.
So in order to do those scenes well, you have to also, in real life, really like each other and care for each other. She grabbed me in the morning and she said, "Today, you have to love me today. Remember, we have to do this scene. You have to love me." And she was shaking me, and I said, "Ivan, get me out of this. What's going on here?"
She's a kook.
I mean, she's just,
that's right.
She's just wild. The first time we met in Ivan's office.
Yes.
She was in the office 2 minutes, and she said, "Lie on the floor."
Oh, this is like an audition.
This is a true story.
Was this an audition, Ivan? You were thinking of using her, and it was an audition?
No, she's in the film.
She was already hired.
She
doesn't have to do scenes with you to get in?
She came into the office, and she said to me, "Lie down on the floor." And I looked at Ivan, and he goes like...
And you did it?
And so I lied down on the floor.
Excellent. Did you pop one right then on there?
She dove.
Yeah.
Listen, she dove, standing up, she dove on top of me, and we were rolling around, and she was like kissing me all over.
Really?
No wonder he liked his job.
I got to know that, so I know from my character.
Now they're comfortable.
Ooh, that's fabulous.
She got into that, and she broke the ice so fast.
Now, someone told me about this. Ivan took his pants down when that happened and was in the corner doing stuff to himself. Is that true?
I don't think that would have made it.
Is that true?
Highly regarded show. And again, he lowers it down.
No, but isn't it?
I mean, it's incredible.
Isn't it true that Ivan tried to pleasure himself?
I mean, for a Republican, this is very hard to take.
Oh, come on.
Just be as clean, guys.
Now, tell me something. Tell me something. Danny DeVito, because of his physical height, his nose is... When he does a scene with Emma Thompson, his nose is in a very private area. Is that true? Of Emma Thompson.
Whose nose?
Danny's.
What is that?
What I'm saying, though, it's very funny visually because I'm watching the film, and you know the woman who plays his wife? I don't know the woman who plays his wife. Pamela Reed,
the great actress Pamela Reed, who had Kindergarten Cop.
Yes, and she is smiling through the whole movie because Danny's face is right where where a woman can be most pleased. You understand what I'm saying?
Why are you complaining?
I'm not complaining. I like it. I'm saying that must have been good. To me, this is great cinema when I see things like this. It's true, though, isn't it? Ivan loves it. Well, why do you think Ivan uses it?
The question now is, did Ivan do it and shoot it that way because of that?
Of course. Did you, Ivan? Did you want to make a joke about Danny being in the face of her private parts? Is that it? Was that what you were trying to do?
Same size and height.
Someone told me, and I read this, I think it was in Premiere Magazine, that Danny had to wash his face every 5 minutes.
Oh, stop it.
Because he felt dirty. Is that true? Is that true, though? Tell the truth. Arnold, tell the truth. Is that true?
I was not there when they shot those things.
You were not there.
I stay out of it.
You stayed out of that.
You're supposed to be helping out. The deal was, I sit here quietly, you do the talking.
Well, you forget that on Arnold, Danny's in that same place.
That's right. Yeah. Now, what about that, Arnold? When Danny comes up to your
C-section, okay?
No, be serious, Arnold. Danny does come up to your genitals in stature.
Absolutely.
And is it hard?
Absolutely.
Where does he come up to?
To my chest.
He does.
Yes, absolutely.
You will swear to that?
Danny is 5'4" or something like this, right? Something like that. I mean, he says.
I guess it's just standing next to you. He looks so small.
He does.
Exactly.
Maybe that's what it is.
There you are.
That's why they're good friends, though. Because look where he comes up to on Arnold. It's very exciting.
So let me ask you something. Did you sing Happy Birthday to Danny DeVito? Because he just had this last week on Friday, his 50th birthday.
50 years old.
50 years old, yes.
Okay, he looks 50.
Yeah.
Actually, I think about it. 50 again, huh? Yeah. Good old Danny DeVito. 50. The guy's 60 years old. Absolutely. This guy's been 50. Every year on Entertainment Tonight, he's 50. It's unbelievable. It's amazing how people in Hollywood stay 50. Oh, this is exciting. I really feel I'm getting a glimpse into the making of Junior. I feel that I'm learning about behind the scenes of Hollywood. This is all very, very exciting to me. I'm learning things about the glamorous life of Ivan Reitman.
Well, what does Ivan do? See, now you're going to be making a movie pretty soon.
Thank you, Roman.
How does he start the whole process? As a director, what do you do on the first day that you have your company together and you got the script? What do you do?
What does he do the first day?
You mean, for instance, Junior. Okay.
Well, first thing, we had a read-through. You know, we go into a big conference room.
That's what I want to be a part of, a read-through. I want to get to that stage.
Everybody sits around a table.
Read-through.
Reads through the whole script, and you get a sense of.
And what do you sit there like the big king, and you sit there and you tell them what's funny?
And you moan and groan because
like,
they're doing it all wrong.
Well, you can't tell Arnold he's doing it wrong, can you?
Well, you don't say anything at that one. You just try to get a sense of how the story is, whether it's going to work or not.
And Arnold sits there and reads with these various characters?
Yeah, you try to bring in as many people who are in the movie as possible.
And is your son in these reads? Is he sit there next to you while Arnold reads through
I actually try to bring as many people into the read through as possible.
Not your son.
Including my son.
Your son? What is with the son? What is with you with your son every minute? His son's 12 years old. He's in every read-through. Do you resent this, Arnold? Tell the truth.
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
What about your kids?
What, I'm going to bring my kids to I don't bring my kids to a professional meeting.
Your kids have never been in this studio before?
They've been in the studio, but...
you arrest my case.
Once a year. All right, go ahead. All right, so I think it's unprofessional. I think it's unprofessional, but go ahead. Go ahead, Ivan. Tell me the process. This is good for me to learn, Ron.
Yeah,
you're right.
absolutely.
You're absolutely right. Thank you for bringing me.
When I brought Jason into the meeting, it was only as a compliment.
I know.
Really.
Okay. All right, sure.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't let him meet everybody.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, it's free food. Go ahead. Is there free food at the read-through?
Yes, there is.
Ooh, what do you eat there? Arnold, what do you eat? You have a very strict diet.
$12.
No, come on. What do you eat? What do you eat at the read-through?
Nothing at the read-through.
Nothing.
No.
You eat how many meals a day?
3 hours.
How many meals a day does Arnold Schwarzenegger eat?
No, but I mean, wait a minute. We're talking about what it takes to start a movie.
Yeah, but 1 second. I'm interrupting.
He has to know how to eat and everything.
I want to know why I can't get bigger. I want to know why I'm built like a woman. I work out with weights. Tell me what I have to eat. What do I eat every day?
Would you eat every day?
What should I be eating?
Anything
what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
Nothing yet.
Yeah, I picture you eating and feeding constantly.
I wanted to be here on time for the house.
No. I picture you eating and feeding constantly. I picture 40 bowel movements a day.
That's me.
That's you?
That's me.
Arnold, how many times a day you go to the bathroom?
Careful.
Someone told me healthy people move their bowels after every meal. True or false?
I don't know.
You would know. You're into health.
I've never done a study on it.
Oh, come on. Of course you have. You're a professional bodybuilder.
Interesting things to do than to worry about.
You're the man who's won more. You have won more bodybuilding medals.
Think about it, Howard.
Because
Because Rob...
How could you think about how many bowel
Don't bring
movements
me
the
into
general
this.
public has?
No.
What's going on here?
No. What I'm saying is that you, of course, are Mr. Health. You have a physique and all of this, and
you write a column.
Yeah, and I read these columns, and it says eat this amount. I think that a healthy person must move his bowels after each incredible meal that they eat, powerful meal that they eat. Is this true?
I don't know. I mean,
you do not move your bowels after every meal? I can't ask you.
I don't even think about it.
Is it embarrassing to admit how many bowel movements you have a day?
Well, I think that if you take a poll, you will find.
You know what I'm talking about, Robin.
If you take a poll, you will find out very quickly that your radio audience would not be interested in how many bowel movements you have every day.
Let me tell you something. No, you're wrong. You don't know. Arnold, you're losing touch. Not only that, they've already taken a poll. Yeah. You know, very few people realize this, Ivan. But the first time I ever spoke to Arnold Schwarzenegger was during one of his movements.
Oh, dear. I knew this was going to come up.
You don't even remember. Remember in Washington, D.C., I met Arnold. We were both doing a talk show called The Charlie Rose Show. I was a disc jockey in Washington, D.C.
Arnold had just done Conan?
Arnold was about to shoot Conan. Conan. That jerk at night got me all confused, that name. Conan. You going on the show tonight?
I think so.
You better get there before it's canceled. I'll tell you that.
I guess that's why I'm on.
I mean, that show.
Bring up the ratings.
I don't think that show's going to last. Do you, Arnold? That Conan O'Brien show? No good, right?
I have no idea. I mean,
really?
I don't know how it's doing rating-wise or anything.
Ivan, will it last?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
I don't know.
First thing you don't have an idea on. All right, wait a second. You're telling me... So let me tell you something. This was very exciting to me. And here I was, a young disc jockey starting out. And I saw you walking into the men's room. And I had never done this in my life. I would never go up to a celebrity and say anything. But I was so excited about Arnold doing Conan the Barbarian. I thought this would be great. Stroke of brilliance. I was a big fan of Conan the Barbarian. And there you were in the bathroom. And you were in his stall already. And I was with Fred, and I said to Fred, we got to go in and say hi to Arnold. And he even said, maybe it's inappropriate. I said, you know what?
I don't care.
I don't care. I want to tell this guy how I feel, and I'll never get another chance. I walked in, and you were in there. You were, you know.
Oh, geez.
You were in there. Right. So, you know, I didn't want to disturb. You were in there, you know, and you're like, I said, Arnold, Mr. Schwarzenegger, and you went, yes, boys. I said, Mr. Schwarzenegger, I would like to say something to you.
Why you even talking?
And he said to me, leave me alone. Yeah, right. I said, no, he was very gracious. He really was. You were very gracious. This is before you were a Kennedy, even, all right? You used to blast away like a rhino. Now you're demure. Now you've got to watch your image. Now you're a big star. At that point, you weren't the big Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I said, he was going like crazy. And I said, I couldn't believe it. And I said, excuse me, I just want to tell you how great it is. I think that you're doing Conan O'Brien. Thank you, boys. Thank you.
There's no paper in here.
What was that, Mr. Schwarzenegger?
There's no paper in here.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't help you with that. But I remember I said, he must have been really annoyed. But you came out. You washed your hands. I watched you. And that was the end of it.
But not before I shook your hand.
No. That's right. No, we were bonding, and I said, Mr. Schwarzenegger, any corn in there? It was wild. It was wild.
Have to go too far.
Always too far. That's why I asked. That's why I feel we're tied together with bowel movement. In other words, that was
You know,
our
he's
beginning.
been telling that story for how many years has that been now?
Because I couldn't believe I did it.
We're in the bathroom.
I'm not that kind of guy. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not. I would never.
Waiting. If I wouldn't have gone to the bathroom, he would have never talked to me.
But I couldn't believe how nice you were about it.
Waiting outside in front of the bathroom.
No, you got to understand
something. Go in there.
To me, that's the rudest thing you could do to someone. I know I've gone to the bathroom many times.
Now he has people stand guard because of people like him.
I have people stand guard at the bathroom.
How many times do you go to the bathroom? I mean, you might as well tell me.
I move my bowels once a day.
Once a day.
At 2 o'clock in the
What
afternoon.
What happens if you go twice a day?
No, I would like to be able to go 3 or 4 times a day. Right. I feel that I'm not eating properly.
Right.
That's why I was asking. It was a health question, but obviously you're upset about it. A lot of bran. I don't eat that bran.
Yeah.
But the point is, even to this day, I do not like to go to the bathroom in front of other people because of the size of my penis. You guys know this. I will not stand at a urinal unless Gary stands guard. I'm serious. Because another man... Would you use a urinal or do you only use a stall?
Everything.
Really?
Everything that's available.
All right. Anyway, Ivan, I didn't mean to... We're talking about the movie Junior. Obviously, Arnold wants to talk about that, not bowel movement.
Me too.
Now, where were we? We were talking about the process. So you sit there and you have this read-through, this so-called read-through.
Correct.
Everyone sits there, even your son, and they watch Arnold read.
Yeah.
And can your son bring girls to this?
to this read-through? Because that to me would be the greatest way to pick up girls.
Which is the important question.
You know what I love about these two guys? That as famous as they are, they don't work it into getting laid. I love that.
Ivan has already said he brings in as many people as possible in order to really get a feeling of which comedy works, which kind of scene works, and which scene doesn't work.
It's
because
still a
there's
work
a
in
theater.
progress.
We rehearsed, if I remember, in your theater there at your office building.
Oh, what do you got, a theater? You got a theater in your office?
Here we go again.
You should see, man. You know what I got to do? I got to ride around in one of those golf carts with Ivan on the set on the Universal when he was making Dave. Mm-hmm. I did that.
Good for you.
I did that.
Good for you.
I did that.
You've arrived.
Yeah.
Let's hear that.
I bet you never got to do that.
He has twice.
And when you're at this read-through, is Danny DeVito sitting in a regular chair, or is he propped up on phone books?
So everyone's going through the script.
What is it? Go ahead. Everyone goes through
This
the
really
script.
works because it's the
Go
one opportunity we have to see how the whole thing hangs together before we shoot it.
Right.
Because once you're on the soundstage and you're doing one scene at a time, you're doing the same line over and over again 70, 80 times. God knows if it's funny anymore.
Right. You lose touch with the material. You have to. Okay,
This is important stuff for you to know, Howard.
Yeah.
But one of the things
you'll want to change in midstream.
He had all is the studio executive. No one does that. They have the studio executives, the top people of the studio, sit into one of those read-throughs.
That's smart.
The first time. No, it's not really. It's a risky thing. You really have to know that your script works, because otherwise
you know why that's
you
smart?
don't want those guys to look and it maybe falls flat. But what was so funny was that they were howling. I mean, like, there was 10 moments in a movie they were just howling and laughing that we had to stop with our read-through because it was already then dead funny. There was not even acting.
So then you have a green light project. They can't stop it because they see they got Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie. It's funny. It's a green light.
Asked for more money, they just give it to him.
Yeah, and Ivan, what was the original budget on Junior? What did you start
It
at?
was $29 million.
How much over budget did you go?
We actually came in 500 under.
Oh, look how proud of you. Look at the smile. Look how proud. Look how proud you are. Big deal.
He should be.
He didn't go over $29 million. Oh, isn't that great?
It's a nice change for me to tell you that.
Is it? Yeah, because every one of your films, but the action films are different.
It's always a special effect,
absolutely.
Hey, did we ever talk about how great your last movie was?
True Lies?
True Lies. What a great movie that was.
Well, wait, you've seen it already, Junior, but I mean, when people...
No, I've seen Junior's great. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to bring up another movie.
You can't talk about
This is better.
It's part of our content.
It is. It's a different kind of movie.
You know, I'm very proud of True Lies. I think I'm very proud because I think Jim Cameron did a great job. I was very happy that it didn't only play well in this country, but it was a huge success overseas. And so I think that...
What do you get, a percentage of that movie?
He does.
He does?
Absolutely.
That's why
What did a movie like that make, Ivan?
True Lies, what, 300 million?
350 million.
Do you realize if Arnold gets 5% of that, that's $80 billion?
But do you realize that Arnold knows? Arnold knows to the penny how much he made.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually $351.2 million.
Does Jamie Lee Curtis call you every 5 minutes looking for another gig? I mean, is it like that?
No, she was terrific, but I mean, this is why I was saying...
How come you didn't use her in Junior? She's ready to rip your hair out.
That's why there's so much fun now coming from that kind of an action-packed movie to do something like this, which entertains people in a different way.
Yes.
You know, because
you're making people laugh in this movie. That's the hardest trick in the world.
That's what everyone is saying is when they go to see Junior, that how much they laugh throughout the movie and how it is also a sensitive movie. That's really the biggest surprise also to people, don't you think so?
Yes, we had a great time when we went to see the movie. It was good laughs. It was good to see Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito together. It's a lot of fun.
Was all of the real... true scientific information that's in it. They were using real terms. Where'd you get that stuff?
Are you crazy, Robin? I didn't hear any real scientific terms. Was it real scientific terms?
No, well, you know, we researched this stuff. So
do you?
It's quite possible. I mean, almost everything that happens in the movie is possible.
Well, it was a lot of fun, the movie. I really enjoyed it. And anytime I see it, first of all, I think you and Danny DeVito is just great fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I first went, I told this to Ivan on the phone. I said, I don't know. I said, a pregnant guy? What's that all about? And then you go and you have a really great time seeing it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it's really interesting because you're saying that because there's a lot of guys in the gym. You know, those macho guys that say, wait a minute, Arnold, you know, what are you going to do to us now? Right. I mean, this is a little stretch. I mean, I don't know if I can see that.
Right.
You know, I mean, I like the action movies and all this. And then they go and see it, and they come out and say, this is fantastic. I didn't know how many laughs there were.
Look how proud you are of this movie. Look at your face. Hold it a second. Hold it.
Those macho guys come out with tears in their eyes. That's really funny to see.
Look how proud you are of yourself. Look at you. Look at you. You're proud. Are you proud? That's what... Exactly.
Proud of this film. Proud of this director.
Let me tell you something.
Performances.
You're a successful man. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are a success.
It takes one to know one.
You can calm down.
There you are.
That's it. That's it.
Howard, I wanted to ask,
you know what you ought to do next? You ought to become a director next and make Ivan act. What do you think of that?
Arnold has directed, though. You don't know that.
I know he's directed. He directed that TV thing on TNT. What is it?
These guys have to wrap up.
By the way, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his next movie, I haven't noticed, will play Helen Keller. It's going to be a whole different, the miracle work.
Howard, you know what else I have to mention that they're doing? That Ivan, Danny DeVito, and Arnold will be at Planet Hollywood this afternoon doing a baby shower at noon, open to the public.
What do you mean a baby shower? What's that about?
As a promotion for the film.
It's a thing.
At noon, maybe I should be there.
All
You
the
should
Planet
be there.
Hollywoods.
You should be there.
All the Planet Hollywoods all over the country are having the day simultaneously a baby shower.
So what are you going to do there?
All the men come in there with the babies, and they have a radio promotion and all those kind of things where the winners come in for a baby shower, bring gifts in, and the gifts are donated to various different charities.
Well, you guys really are out there promoting, man.
We're
You're going to have to meet the public? You mean you're going to have to sit there with regular guys?
You never want to walk away from a movie.
No.
Or from anything you do and say, I could have done this or I should have done
Meanwhile,
that. No stone unturned.
So where's this Emma Thompson? She's too big to show up?
No, she was here all last week.
Oh, she's here last week. Why isn't she at Planet Hollywood?
Because she's working.
She doesn't know how to work a movie.
Back in England?
Doesn't know how to work a movie.
She knows how to work a movie.
She'll never work with you again.
She will work many times.
We'll see about that. I'll talk to you about that off the air.
We all will be working together.
Now they're arguing.
That's right. I'm going to work with you next.
Excuse me, I wanted to ask Arnold, what is it like when you have that kind of chemistry? Because the chemistry between him and Danny DeVito is so precious.
Yes.
Does it feel strange when you have that kind of chemistry with a guy?
No, not at all.
Why does that feel strange? What are you, uptight?
I just wondered.
This Emma Thompson should be at Planet Hollywood today. Arnold doesn't want to say it. I could say, they have no Yorkshire pudding at Planet Hollywood. That's right, yeah. It's unbelievable.
The great thing was also at the same chemistry with Emma Thompson as I did with Danny DeVito.
It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun, and I had a really good time when I saw it. I think the movie's going to do tremendous business.
Thank you.
And also, Ivan, Jackie Puppet doesn't like you because.
Did you really not like Jackie Puppet?
I heard it 7 this morning.
Ivan doesn't like a Jackie Puppet. He doesn't like. We have a character Arnold on the show, Jackie Puppet.
Because the dork that doesn't like me.
That's it. He doesn't like you.
I like you. Why don't you like me?
Ivan hates when the Jackie Puppet comes on.
Yeah, it totally takes over the show.
You hate him.
I thought you were the star of the show.
I don't mind bowing to the Jackie Puppet. Look at Arnold's looking at that puppy. He's ready to break it. He lost his arm.
His arm is off his
Well, thank you very much again.
Arnold, thank you for coming in here. It's great to have you guys here. Ivan Reitman, the great director of Junior, of course. He never misses. If you like Ghostbusters, if you like Animal House, Dave, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, if you like all these movies, you know that this is a movie in the same vein. It's great comedy. It's a lot of fun. You guys will have a great time with it. I know you guys can make tons of money with this. Makes me sick. I'm so jealous. And Arnold, congratulations to you once again conquering. As you said years ago, you would conquer America.
These weak Americans.
These weak, fragile Americans. And believe me, America is easy to conquer. I see the caliber of the people here.
You're a pushover.
You came over here in 2 seconds, you conquered. And it only proves once again how weak and uninspired regular Americans are because you just conquered them in 2 seconds. Am I correct?
I have a different take on that because I would say that this is truly the land of opportunities.
Of course.
It's the greatest country in the world, and I would not have done anything like this in any other country. Because it's only in America you can do this. I mean, I have to thank America.
No, you don't. You did a great job. No, stop it. Don't thank anyone.
Thanksgiving week.
Let me ask you something.
And it's very important on Thanksgiving
One
week
last question.
to thank America for this great country and
I don't want to hear this.
And how much they have given
You don't
me.
have to thank anybody. You worked very hard.
America
If this is such a great country, why has the guy behind you, Baba Booey, done nothing? Why he grew up here and he did nothing?
In the land of opportunity.
We're both refugees, you know.
I know you're both refugees.
Czechoslovakia.
Yes. Two guys come into this country, they conquer the whole country in 3 weeks.
Why do you insist on embarrassing me in front of him?
Because you embarrass me every day. Listen.
Thank you.
Arnold, congratulations on the movie Junior. We all look forward to seeing it. I've seen it. It's a great movie.
Yeah, we had fun
We had a great time with it. Ivan,
thank you.
Congratulations to you. Did a great job on the film. I now have
when
to
are
go.
you going to work with Howard now? Tell it. Let him know that it's coming.
I don't want to work with Ivan. All right. Anyway, so
keep firing.
That's right. And I just want to say, okay. All right. All right, thank you. Go see the movie Junior. It opens this Friday.
Wednesday.
Oh, it's opening Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh.
Yeah, just before Thanksgiving.
Smart
Yes,
move.
that's right.
Marketing. Very smart. Wednesday. Big long weekend.
Yeah.
The great Arnold Schwarzenegger and the great Ivan Reitman. We'll be back right after this.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Listen fast. It's the soon-to-leave radio. Howard Stern.
Thank you.
You're announcing it. Huh?
Why not? Make a promotion out of it. Why not?
Appreciate him now. He soon is gone.
Well, got a lot of faxes here about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold digs our show, you know.
I like that he digs our show.
He sure doesn't need to come
But
in
why
here.
do you still feel like a child in Arnold's presence?
I don't know. I feel like he's so much older than me. How old is he? Is he like 45 or something?
I don't know.
42? I just feel like he's like a father figure. You know what I mean? I don't mean like a father figure, but I mean like you feel like he's
just a wiser, older man.
You feel like I feel like I'm a dickhead.
Yeah.
Little kid.
He's like the guy in the safety patrol or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No. You know what it is? It's almost like he seems really in control of things.
Yeah.
It's almost like what he does seems more important than what you do, but it really isn't.
Yeah, but I know.
You know, it seems like we do stupid stuff and he does real stuff.
Yeah, right.
I met him out in the hall and I felt like a little kid.
Ivan's a pretty cool guy because I always get a little whacked out when I talk to Ivan because he's done so many cool movies.
You still have that thing going with him.
Yeah.
You see him as the great director.
Yeah.
As opposed to a human being.
Right.
Even though you talk to him several times on the phone.
Yeah, and he's not such a great human being. He's a great director. No, he's a nice guy and everything. He's always treated me really nicely, way nicer than I deserve. But I'm always like kind of whacked out.
Why is it way nicer than you deserve?
Because I have a bad self-image.
I see.
So, but it's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah. See, he asked you walked him out of the room.
Yeah.
You don't usually do that with a guest.
Yeah, I like Ivan.
Yeah.
And then Arnold invited me over to his house.
Arnold?
I even said to him, that's a big mistake. You really don't want me at your house.
Well, did you see how when you guys were...
First of all, I don't even think his wife likes me. Maria Shriver.
Well, it didn't sound it from that one piece she did on you.
Yeah.
When you guys were standing out in the hallway talking, didn't you notice the entire office watching you guys talk?
Yeah.
I mean, all the salespeople came and the UPS guy was watching you.
Yeah.
It was like really cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Arnold hugged me.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't? Big deal.
Well, he thanked me for reminding him about his Planet Hollywood plug.
There you go.
He didn't hug you.
No, thanks.
And where were they going to do Regis and Kathy Lee?
They're doing a pre-tape for Regis and Kathy and a pre-tape for CBS This Morning.
I meant to ask him about that.
A pre-tape? What's that mean?
In other words, it'll air at a later date.
Oh.
They pre-tape it for probably like tomorrow or something. We don't know from pre-tape. That's pretty cool. Oh, hey, by the way, Marty the midget was here, but just coincidentally, he brought with him this girl midget.
I thought that Marty didn't like female.
No, it's not his
Little
girlfriend.
people.
He's got a 5'11" girlfriend. But just as a goof, because I figured for the E! show and stuff, people should see this. Everyone comes running in and says, "Hey, there's this midget girl out there who's really good looking, like really good looking."
Well, people from the sales department are sort of looking her over as a prospective date.
I've never seen a sexy female midget.
She's a dwarf, and one of the other guys was saying she's a special kind of dwarf because everything on her is proportioned. She doesn't have like the short little arms.
How lucky.
She's a special dwarf.
And she's a C-cup dwarf. It looks
Can I
like.
meet her?
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
I'll call her Thumbelina.
Now, she looks a little taller because she's wearing really, really high heels, but if you get her to kick one of those heels off, I think she's in the low fours.
I want to see if I could be attracted to a midget.
You could. You really could. You'll
Really?
see.
Well, let's see.
I got to see this. Everyone's carrying on about the midget. The midget, the midget, the midget, the midget. I said, let me see.
Stop saying midget. They're little people.
It doesn't make a difference. Hey, my little friend over there, you want to date her?
Yeah, she's hot, man. She's a pisser. Perfectly proportioned.
Why do some little people have funny voices?
Trisha.
Let me see. Oh, let me see. Wow. Hey, yeah, you look good. Yeah, I would.
Where is she? I can't see her. Hi
There she is. You can't see her. Of course you can see her.
Gary was in the way.
Hey, you got a nice body. Everything.
Thank you.
So
She
you
looks like a normal-sized person.
Yeah, because she's proportioned. Are you the prize of the midget community?
It seems so lately.
Really? Like, does every midget try to date you?
I think so.
You're probably like the cutest midget in the world, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen all of them.
Really? I'd date you.
She's Miss Midget America or something, right?
Believe me, I'd like to line up all the midgets and put Billy next to him and see, Billy thinks he's so superior to midgets. Yeah, you're not a king of the midgets. No, that's all right.
So how tall are you?
I'm 4'7". I'm actually about 4'9" today.
Let me see. Take off your heels and stand up. Yeah, I would date you. I say. Oh, I see. Yeah, now you're shrinking in size.
Now she's shrinking. Yeah.
She had heels on, like. So do guys know right away you're a midget, or do they just think you're a short girl?
People really don't refer to me as a midget. They just say.
I just refer.
Little.
Oh, she's little, right? So they probably just think you're a little girl.
Yeah, I think so. I have my boyfriend's 6'3".
Oh, you're
so they
kidding?
think I'm a little girl half the time.
That must look odd, though.
Looks.
Yeah, he's 6'3".
6'3".
Now, where'd you meet him?
Just at a bar, and started dancing, and I guess.
No kidding.
I went from there.
Hey, you're nice looking. Nice chest. Implants or real?
They're real.
They are really?
The biggest part on me.
Are they really real?
Yes, they're really real.
I don't know. You look like maybe they're implants.
I don't know. There was a little hesitation.
No,
They're yours?
If I was going to pay for something, I would
make them bigger.
Get longer legs, not a bigger chest.
And you're with a guy 6'3". I mean, I'm 6'5". I got to see what that looks like. I got to stand next to you. 1 second. I'll come over to you.
Again, I wonder about the sex.
Let me see. Hold on a second.
Believe me, it works fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What works fine?
Sex.
Oh, sex? Let me see. Here.
Oh, look at that.
Now look at that. Hey, let me see.
Oh, that's wrong.
Hey, this is my girl. How's
She's
that?
right at your waist.
Yeah, that's perfect height. I like it. What?
I just found out something that every guy digs about women.
What?
She's a gymnast.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What can you do? Can you stand on your head?
Sure.
No kid. Let me see.
On my head or my hands? Can I do my hands?
All right,
do
your
your
hands.
hands.
Let me see.
Do a handstand.
A lot of midgets are real strong. Go ahead. Oh, you like Oh, look at that. Okay, you're perfect.
There she goes.
That makes you look a lot taller. So do all the midgets want to date you and stuff, and then you just like reject them, and you get
Do
regular?
you only like tall men? So, excuse me?
Do you date short people or do you date tall
this is
people?
the first time I've been around a group of them. They're great. I mean, they're just normal people, and actually, you look at the person, not the height.
What are you in show business?
Well, actually, I'm trying to be a stunt person.
Oh.
I like to stunt for
children.
Are you an elf in with that?
Yes, I'm an elf.
You're an elf in the Christmas show?
Yes.
Super work.
So this is the first time you've ever...
Yeah.
It's the first time she's ever done anything like this. So she's never even associated with the little people community.
Not really. Never been. But I'm glad to be a part of it now.
You should introduce her to Ivan. Maybe she could have been a stunt person in the next movie.
I know.
Yeah.
I tried to find him, but...
Well, you could go out there to look for her.
Actually, Arnold could have used her in Total Recall.
That's right.
A lot of people mistake me for the girl who did that. There was a little person in that, and...
I would just have sex with you sitting down. I would sit down and let you climb on top of me. That's all.
Well, I just wonder, can she...
Whatever works. Who cares?
Can she kiss her boyfriend while they're...
No.
Well, he would have been down, and I would...
No, I meant in another...
She's saying in the missionary...
I'm a little slow.
If you're laying on your back and your boyfriend's 6'3" and he's having sex with you, he can't kiss. What are you, like kissing his chest? I guess while this is going on, right?
Private.
That's private. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure that out. That's not private. No, you would. You'd be like a little.
You can't see his face.
Yeah.
Sure I can.
No, you can't. Not while he's having sex with you.
Actually, we amaze ourselves because it works just fine.
Really?
Yeah.
But you can't kiss him while he's making love to you.
Sure we can.
You can? I'd like to see that. You come back here and show me that.
Guys, give us a videotape.
I think you're so far away from his face you can't hear him. I'll tell you the truth. But anyway, I'm being nice. Now stop it. Oh, don't be silly. What is your first name?
It's Trisha.
Trisha. Well, it's nice to meet you, Trisha. You look very attractive.
Thank you.
You know, so what? You're a midget. Who cares? Who cares? I don't look at person size. I like them all sizes. I'm happy just to be near girls. You got the right equipment. Who cares? Well, very nice to meet you, Trisha. Thank you. Very attractive midget. Everyone all excited.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, there she goes. Very nice. Nice little package. It's the size of a tiny tampon.
So were you sexually attracted?
No, that's not my thing.
You're terrible.
No, she's too short for me. You'd have sex with her, Jackie?
Oh, stop it. You
Please.
cute.
the girl midgets are happy, but the guys always seem like they're angry.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you would know about that.
Yeah.
Because the girl midgets are dating guys 6
Can I say something, though? Like, she is a particularly good-looking female midget. If I introduce you to some female midgets who don't have the proportions that she has, they're really angry. So angry, they would never even come on TV. And not only that, sometimes I would have midgets working with me. And the
Where?
The girlfriend, where? At various shows. I would have midgets work. I did things before I met you. Things that aren't such a pretty side of show
I don't know
business.
about your midget face.
All I know is I've worked with midgets, and they bring girlfriends with them, and the girlfriends are always angry with me.
Trying
and
to talk them out of it.
Talk her out of it.
These are the little girlfriends.
Yeah.
Dave.
Am I right, Jackie?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he knows the whole. So you know it too. You got to think back. Oh, it's always angry midget girlfriends. It's like, and they're all angry, and
The
they're.
women are on the warpath.
And most midget girls have these giant, big heads, and little tiny arms, and it's really, she's got a good attitude because let's face it, she's
a happy woman.
She's a hot midget.
She's in proportion.
Right. She's not only in proportion, she's attractive. But it's very difficult to be a midget woman. And,
even more than a midget man.
And they're more bitter. Just so I can clear this up, they are more bitter than these midget guys.
I would like to meet more midget women. I don't see them.
You got to go out.
Yeah, you got to leave the house. You got to get out. I'll take you where the midgets hang out.
You
All right,
know.
I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. It's news time. What did Baba Booey want to tell me? Fa-fa? All right,
He
I
had
guess
something to tell you?
I don't know. He kept running in here every minute. Pop, 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 pop.
I have a special message from Arnold for Robin.
Oh.
He sends great apologies.
For?
Because apparently he said that at one point he didn't get a lot of sleep last night. At one point on the air, or maybe off the air, he called you Beverly.
Oh, I don't remember.
I didn't hear him do that.
I didn't either, but he seems to have remembered it, and he feels very bad about it.
Who's Beverly?
I haven't a clue.
Must be some broad.
You think it was a Freudian slip?
Yeah, must have been some wild broad, Probably like Beverly D'Angelo. She probably has huge breasts.
Well, tell Arnold, apology accepted.
Maybe he said it to you when you saw him outside. Is that possible?
I don't think so.
But he seems to think he said it on the air.
I didn't hear it. Quite frankly, I only listen to myself on the air.
And I listen to myself. So.
Right. We're so self-centered that we don't really hear what anybody else has to say.
Never know what anybody called us.
Yeah.
There was a small portion where you were talking over Arnold because he was ignoring you.
I see.
Which is pretty. Could have been there.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Gary.
Papa Flunky.
It's a very important message.
Yeah, I'm glad he interrupted us.
Yeah. Anyway, what's in the news, Robin?
Well, I am reading an opinion piece here from, I don't know what paper, but it's by a gay man his name is Duncan Osborne.
Sounds gorgeous. Duncan. What's he dunking?
Dickie Duncan.
And where is he dunking it? Duncan Heine's.
And he says that gay men are once again engaging in unsafe sex in public places.
He's right.
Oh, my.
In New York, we have, I suppose, a number of bathhouses and clubs and theaters that allow clients to have unsafe sex. And gay men driven by denial or sexually charged and looking for an ask-no-questions kind of sex are returning to dangerous practices of the 80s that led to the epidemic of AIDS in the gay community.
You know what happens? It's denial. It's you get caught up in the moment. Fred and I were in the Friars Club bathroom the other day.
Oh, stop it.
And we couldn't keep our hands off each other, and one thing led to another, and we practiced unsafe sex. So I understand the gay problem. No, a lot of gay men are resentful that they cannot have the kind of willy-nilly sex that they often had in the 70s.
Yes, and 80s.
And they feel, I'm invincible. A lot of these young guys, nothing's going to happen. Maybe, this guy looks clean. And listen, AIDS would have been gone from the planet already. You know that AIDS would have dropped off? It wouldn't exist. We can stop AIDS by, abstaining or having safe sex. But the gay men, they cannot stop themselves.
Well, you know that that AIDS is rising among the heterosexual population at a much faster pace than the homosexual population, from what I hear.
Yeah, because heterosexuals think it's not going to happen to them.
But also it must be that a lot of heterosexual men are having gay sex.
No. I can't believe that. Now, what happened is there were a lot of gay men who had sex with women. They're not heterosexual. They had sex with women. And
They're pretending to be heterosexual at that time.
Exactly. Well, let me tell you, that one squirt, I could give it to you, the old dreaded AIDS.
Oh, my.
All right? Oh, yes. That's not semen, that's poison.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right? It's the squirt of death.
Yeah. That's
Right? Am I right, you guys?
Oh, are
you with me on that?
The serious subject.
You're right.
It's the squirt of death. And you got to look, when you're in there in those gay clubs and you're there with your pants down and everything's so easy.
You can't resist.
And no one knows more than I how sexy another man's buttocks is. See, than a big, hairy buttock.
Is that right?
Big, smelly, hairy buttocks. But you got to resist. You got to resist. That's not a penis. That's a gun. Cower from it.
It'll shoot you.
It'll shoot you dead. It'll shoot you full of rhythm and blues.
Well, even this guy Duncan says at one time he was opposed to the closing of these gay facilities.
Now he's into
But he says, you know what? That was a bad theory we were working on. And now he feels, too, that these clubs and theaters should be closed down to respond to this health crisis. He says that in 1989, the city moved to shut the Adonis and 8th Avenue porn theater where gay men met to have sex.
Well, Duncan is wrong in one respect.
What?
That it's not... Listen, there should be no man on the planet willing to walk into these clubs. That's the problem. These guys are going to go somewhere else if not
and
to a
do the
club.
same thing.
Exactly.
You cannot shut down the clubs and think you're solving the problem?
That's right.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm trying to say that, but I'm not articulate enough to say it. So I tried to say it anyway.
But if there is no place to have anonymous sex...
Fred's apartment. Once you go in there, no one will see you.
Wouldn't it, decreasing the opportunity for it, have some impact?
Yes, Robin. It would be a minor impact. The gay guys will seek each other out, and they will still find each other, and those that will have unprotected sex will continue to have it.
Well, Duncan says that the city must start announcing the results of their inspections.
These guys will go out on the street and just do it in movie theaters or go to a porno film, this kind of thing. It doesn't matter. They will find each other.
Where are these theaters where people are having sex?
I don't know. Believe me, I wish I knew.
You would go.
I would go. I would be there.
I think that is so strange. You know, like a movie's going on, and
right.
Everybody's grunting and groaning and...
Fantastic.
Oh, amazing. What are you going to do? You know that Thanksgiving is right around the corner. What do you do on Thanksgiving?
Hide from your in-laws?
Are your in-laws coming?
Of course.
Oh.
I talked to them yesterday. They're
Is
like,
that
we're
right?
coming. I had no idea. My wife doesn't even tell me anymore. It's like a sneak attack.
They warn you like the Poltergeist movie. We're back.
I used to think like comedians were full of crap. Like I used to watch them on TV and they talk about in-law jokes and stuff. I go, why would they do that? You know, why are they making jokes about that? That's not. I mean, you probably dig these people. It's
and
fun.
And now you find yourself doing it.
Yeah, of course.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I guess they chased me around the house and asked me dumb questions.
Well, you also not only see your in-laws, but you eat turkey. And unfortunately, turkeys are living things, Howard. And there are a bunch of people every year who have some objection to this major holiday that leads to the slaughter of hundreds and thousands, I suppose, of turkeys. 7 turkeys actually escaped.
How'd they do that?
Big breakout. They escaped from a slaughterhouse during a shipping accident, and they're not going to end up on somebody's Thanksgiving table this year because they wound up at an animal sanctuary in Pittsboro, North Carolina.
It's funny what we decide to eat.
Karen Yates owns this farm, and she found the turkeys, and she says these turkeys will not be killed, but she's going to let them live out their lives. But she says they only have a life expectancy of about 5 or 6 years because of the way they've been bred. Here's Miss Yates.
Oh, you have a tape of her. After they escaped, the police were looking for 7 black men in sea caps. Someone had lied to the police.
A wild turkey would live probably up to about 15 years or so. These animals, they're genetic misfits. They will live at the most to 5 years, and they are often lame because they're built to be
eaten.
Listen to this. She can't accept it. Can you imagine a turkey is bred to be eaten? I mean, these people are nuts. Dad, what's wrong with that?
Well, what's so different about them? There's another cut by her. She'll tell you why they're lame.
Oh, why the turkeys are lame?
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't want them walking around.
They have they're top-heavy, bred for their breast meat, and they're not really bred to live past 16 weeks of age, and that's when they're slaughtered.
If only we could breed our women that way. So they're top-heavy with breasts, and they only live to 16.
Gone out of your life.
Yeah, right. They die at 16.
I knew you would say something
Super.
like that.
I didn't even know I'd say that. How could you have known?
As soon as I heard that, I said, he's going to want women bred like this.
That's right. Very predictable.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's funny what we decide to eat. And it's funny that some people are upset. I mean, this woman's like, oh, my God, these turkeys are bred so we can eat. There's millions of people in this country that have to eat. They eat birds. Listen, it's disgusting. We go to the bathroom. We're animals. And we have to eat. And it's one of the more... I hate to eat in front of people. I'm so humiliated by the experience. It's embarrassing what we... I'm reading...
You know what? I love animals, though. Other animals, unlike us, they're not embarrassed about what they do.
No.
They have sex in front of you. They
Right.
go to the bathroom in front of you.
But we're embarrassed by everything. I'll tell you, I was reading in the New York Times on Sunday. They said that the big food now, that they're talking about the next big food, is going to be ostrich.
Ooh.
And, you know, I said, this sounds wild. But meanwhile, they're showing a picture of the ostrich. Ostrich looks like a turkey, except with a longer neck.
That's right. It's got that big middle.
And they say the meat is lower in fat than turkey,
Yeah.
lower in fat than chicken, lower in fat certainly than any red beef.
Sure.
And it is tasty. And that now people are buying ostriches to breed, getting ready for this big influx of ostrich eating that's going to go on in this country.
So now the ostriches will be lame and only live for 5 years.
And it's sad, you know, you see pictures of them, they got eyes and a face and everything, but people eat. What are you going to do? They got to eat something.
Well, this Miss Yates says that the turkey, wild turkey, would live to be about 16 years if nobody was shooting at it or chasing it. But it's lived out its life and did its thing, which is just sort of scratching at the ground and doing what turkeys do.
I think a turkey's here to be eaten, quite frankly. I can't imagine what else. Well, so let's say it lives 16 years. What good does it do me? I'm hungry.
It's not like it's going to find a cure for cancer.
Gee, it's terrible. These turkeys will live only 5 years and they'll never go to college. And they're like, what is it? But evidently this ostrich is the way to go, and there are people now investing thousands of dollars in getting just a male and a female ostrich so they can have ostrich farms.
Well, now you're sitting here with the information that could make you the ostrich man.
Ostrich king of America. I'm thinking of going into it, Robin. You know, I'm leaving radio in 11 months.
Is that right? That's what you're going to do? You're going to take your money and buy a couple of ostriches?
I'm looking into it.
Go to town?
Hey, I think I'd be very good at that. We're going to, I'm built like an ostrich. All right, I'm going to take a break, and then we'll be back right after these words.
We're back for one of the final days of the Howard Stern Show.
That's right. That's right. Couldn't be happier. Soundgarden. All right, thank you. Thank you,
Maybe
Soundgarden.
sounding that gong, huh?
Yep, sounding the gong. Robin, what else is in the news, please?
Well, of course, the...
Arnold's back for 2 seconds. He just wants to say something about the movie Junior.
I got emotionally involved. It's a story about a man who wants to carry the baby to term.
All right, thank you.
David Crosby, the famous musician from Crosby, Stills, and Nash. We've known him all these years. The group with their great harmonies. David was in the hospital waiting for a liver transplant, and he got one.
Figures.
After being in the hospital for
Who you know?
something like 3 weeks. And they swear, I don't know why they keep beating this drum, but they swear he wasn't given any preferential treatment.
Jackie's been waiting 6 years for a liver transplant. Can't get one.
Jackie's also been waiting for a brain. When's that coming?
Oh, my.
Okay. You set the rules, babe.
Oh, listen to that. It was
You
a
set the
joke.
guidelines.
It was a joke. I'm sorry. Isn't that what you said to Patty Davis?
See that book. Yeah, see that book.
All I know is that David Crosby is now in the hospital listed in critical critical but stable condition, which is normal after liver transplant surgery. They say the operation took about 7 hours and that it was routine, nothing unusual going on there, and that he should make a full recovery.
You know what's ironic?
There's that little period of time we have to wait to see if he'll reject it.
It's so unfair that a guy who, like, drinks and does drugs and stuff and ruins his liver probably got the liver of some real health nut who got in a car accident or something.
Somebody who was taking care of themselves.
Someone who's taking care of themselves. Now this guy gets to get a whole brand new liver. It makes me nuts. The world's got insane. It's just not fair.
Yeah, but you have to wonder, who are the people waiting in line for liver transplants?
Jackie Marlowe.
That's right, Jackie Marlowe.
Jackie Marlowe.
Aren't they mostly people like David who abuse their liver?
Yes. What else is going? So David Crosby, of course.
Yes, he's recovering.
Right.
O.J. Simpson's case continues to dominate the news. Today there'll be a special hearing in which Judge Lance Ito's wife will take the stand in another attempt by the defense to drag this thing out. She's one of the highest-ranking women in the police force in Los Angeles. And at one time, she was the superior officer of Mark Furman, the man who found the bloody glove, let's say, on the Simpson property the night after Nicole Simpson was found dead. And they have done everything they can to try to discredit him as a witness. Now they're bringing Ito's wife along to do some special hearing with her to see if she knows anything about him and would have to testify at the trial as to his character and reputation as an officer. She has assured everyone, even prior to this hearing, that she knows nothing about the man, had nothing to do with the particular hearing that they're talking about, but they're going to have this special hearing anyway.
She a chink?
No, she's not. She's a tall, blonde, white woman. And if she were to have to testify, Judge Ito might have to step down from the case because there would be the appearance of a conflict of interest. But I doubt if that will happen. This is all just wasting time, if you ask me. These people asked for a speedy trial, and now they've done everything to delay it.
Well, what they're trying to do is take your mind off of every issue but one issue. They're trying to take your mind off of the main issue is what they're trying. That O.J. killed his wife.
Yes, but they are the ones who wanted the trial quickly.
They don't really.
They claim that anyway.
They don't. What they want to do is make everyone so confused.
With all these side issues?
Yeah, I mean, imagine Judge Ito's wife knows a guy who, like, she can prove whether the guy's a racist. And even if let's assume the guy is a racist. Doesn't mean he planted a glove anywhere.
Even this case they're talking about, do you know they found no wrongdoing on his behalf when they investigated him?
I know.
It's ridiculous.
It doesn't have anything to do with it. The guy murdered his wife. Murdered his wife and this Ron Goldman.
He is a racist, okay? And he still found the bloody glove on O.J.'s
That's what I said. What's the difference?
What difference does it make?
Exactly. Doesn't make a difference. O.J. and did the racist put all the blood all over the street and put it in O.J.'s car?
Put it in the car. Somehow he got it in there.
I think the philosophy is here. These lawyers think, well, if they drag this on long enough,
maybe people will just forget.
Oh, no, everyone will say, enough already. Let O.J. go. I can't take it.
We're tired of O.J.
It's enough with O.J.
Kelsey Grammar has been accused of having sex with an underage girl. Stop it, Jackie. The family is suing. And now in the Post today, they say they have talked to one of this young girl's best friends, and she says the 15-year-old bragged about it at the time. That she was really enamored of this Kelsey Grammar. And they had a real hot thing going there in the summer of 1993 and burned up the phone lines with their passion. And she blabbed about it to her girlfriends.
You think he had sex with a 15-year-old?
It's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Question is,
13.
Oh, did he?
She lied about her age.
She was.
Thought she was much younger.
Body of a 10-year-old.
So anyway, I guess he'll have to fight off these allegations. He's claiming that it never happened, but the girl allegedly taped some of their phone conversations.
I love you so much.
You want to have a threesome with Eddie the dog and myself?
She apparently... What?
I'd like to cut off your feet. Can I cut off your feet?
Kelsey, like, that's not cool.
She says she was over at his house babysitting either in New York or New Jersey in the early summer. Now, there's a big difference. You can't remember which, New York or New Jersey? He came home and they started talking. Then she said, and we just did it.
How are you? Listen, baby, I might be a lot older than you, but I love you, and I'm not into anything weird. Now, just put on the grasshopper suit, and let's go.
This little friend says she was caught up in the fact that he was famous, and she thought he was going to buy her the moon.
Baby, I'm going to buy you the moon.
Listen, do you have my number? Burn it.
But don't burn my hair. Kelsey Grammar.
Yeah, a guy who hasn't had enough problems.
Some people attract problems.
Ever see the dog on my show? It's pregnant.
Oh, no. You're not going to say you're responsible for that.
Eddie?
Hey, baby, couldn't you put down your weekly reader? I'm horny.
No.
No.
Come to Fraser.
I don't know who I am anymore, Fraser or Kelsey? Kelsey. What has he got, like a British accent, that guy?
It's like fake Orson Welles.
Yeah, right.
Yes, that's true.
Guy with that many problems, I don't think has that accent. If anyone asks, I didn't make love to you. If anyone asks, I did not make love to you. I don't know. Who knows if the guy made love to her or not? That's one of those you'll never know, really, Rob.
Well, you often wonder about these parents that run to the tabloids with this story first.
Yeah.
You never know.
My parents never went to the tabloids.
You never made love, either.
Yeah.
A Justice Department study of the
I made love with a famous actor when I was 15.
Justice Department study of a pretrial release of accused felons is likely to raise some cries of revolving door justice. You know, when you commit a serious crime, oftentimes you're locked up in the event that you should flee rather than face judgment.
You're not going to ask me what actor I made love to?
Who did you make love to, Howard?
Wally Cox, the late Wally Cox. I'm only kidding, Ron.
Well, you should be given a medal, I think.
I was babysitting. He earned his name, I'll tell you that. I gotta tell you. He earned his name. Every inch of it.
Does anybody really remember Wally Cox?
Does anyone remember Wally Cox? He earned his last name, boy. I'll tell you that.
Why do you say that, Howard?
Oh, my God. He did it to me once.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Oh.
I went screaming to my parents.
And then they went screaming too.
He used to call me all the time on the phone.
Did you tape him?
No.
Oh, you're stupid.
I know.
Howard?
Yes?
Howard, it's Underdog.
How are you, Wally? Wally Cox. You know,
anyway,
I'm just kidding, Robin.
They're doing a study, Howard, to see what happens to people who are released after committing serious crimes prior to their trial. And the study shows that 1 in 12 felony defendants released before trial failed to show up in court and are still missing a year later. We're constantly screaming and worrying about the crime in this country, yet we always let people out and let them walk around again. Remember the case of the young girl who was raped by the side of the road? Oh, boy, Jackie.
Yes?
His kind of story. She was raped by the side of the road and then begged her attacker for mercy. He cut off her hands and then stuffed her in a drain pipe to die. Well, she got out of that drain pipe.
Wow.
And made it to the side of the road where she eventually got help.
Look, no hands.
Oh, stop that.
Jackie went up to her at a party and said, look, no hands.
I made some jokes.
Yeah.
And now her attacker has been released.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That guy gets out, even after he says he's eventually going to find her and
Chop her
finish
up.
the job.
Unbelievable. That poor girl.
She has come out of seclusion to give an interview to Nancy Glass of American Journal.
Oh, my
in the
God.
hopes
How could you tell me that? How could you ruin my day like this?
I'm sorry. In the hopes that she can prevent this guy from carrying out his promise.
Unbelievable. And they can't... Who cares? What am I going to do? This country's nuts. If I was running things, it'd be different.
Her name is Mary Vincent. Here's a little bit of that interview. It's the last part there with no name.
Okay. I can handle this. Give me a chance.
I hope so.
This is where I shine.
I'm haunted when I wake up. I'm haunted when I'm sleeping. I can't escape it. Just waking up to no hands.
She has no hands.
Right, the guy cut him off.
And no feet, right?
No, he didn't cut
No, he didn't cut off her feet. Suddenly, Kelsey Grammar ain't such a bad guy, huh? Puts it all into perspective, doesn't it?
She can't even scratch her butt.
Oh.
One of your favorite.
Oh, I'd die. I'd rather be...
Can you imagine she wakes up every day and she has no hands?
Right.
And you can imagine the pain of somebody cutting off your hands?
And she's tried to make a normal life for herself. She's got a couple of kids.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
She must be good looking.
I don't know, Howard.
Did you see the interview?
I haven't seen the interview.
I'd like to see that.
I would like to see the interview.
Because
But
it's hard
it's just
to...
the idea that people like that get let go. They've paid their debt to society. They cut off a girl's hands, stuffed her in a drain pipe to die. How do you repay your debt to society?
I know. And how do you not cut his hands off? At least cut his hands off.
No, he's perfectly functional and capable of committing this crime again.
I'd like to cut his hands off and sew them onto her arms. Right? Thank you. If I was governor, I'm preparing for the next election. Where are the hands? Are they around, or did they ever try to, like, reattach them, or it was too late?
I think it was too late. I don't
Wow.
think there was ever an attempt to reattach.
Because Leslie West's feet are hanging up at the Hard Rock Cafe.
And finally, this morning, they are saying that Richard Gere and Cindy Crawford are no longer speaking, and the resolution of marriage difficulties is now in the hands of lawyers.
See how guys get tired of something? I mean, Cindy Crawford, to me, is one of the best-looking women on the planet. And guys get tired.
Well, you know, it's funny to me because they were together for years and then finally tried to get married. And
That's
look
right.
at what happened.
See? Marriage ruins it. But you see what I'm saying? No matter who you marry, you could marry the best-looking woman on the world. Guys
But if you're
get tired.
marrying a woman for her looks, don't you know those looks won't last?
Sometimes you don't know that.
Oh, God. Where
You don't think ahead.
You were born yesterday, huh?
Listen, I've even said to my own wife, who I love more than anything, I said, stop aging. Let's put a stop to
You
it.
put an ultimatum down.
Right,
Huh? If
this
you
is
age
it.
anymore.
If you get any older than this, I can't stay with you. I mean, really. Reverse the process. Get Superman to fly backwards. Call Ponce de Leon.
Where is that
Where
fellow?
is that guy? I'm married to a 40-year-old. Oofa. See what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what happens.
What happens?
Time marches on.
You got to appreciate the person, huh?
And what's amazing is I keep getting younger and better looking. I found the fountain of youth.
Well, why don't you give her a drink?
Nah, she won't drink. But anyone that you take, never mind my situation. Look at Richard Gere, married to Cindy Crawford. Admittedly, the biggest dunce on the planet.
You keep on with that.
But could you ever get tired of that? I know for myself, I would never get bored with her.
Wait a minute.
When I
You're
found
talking
myself,
about Cindy, the 22-year-old.
no, even the way she is now. All I know is I would march her around to my friends' houses. I would take her out in
If
public.
she'd be like on a leash, you'd give her walks.
With the breasts and the body and the hair and the lips
But
and the
she
mole.
insists on talking.
Yeah, but she's a dope. So you accept that. Oh, but, you know, I think in my mind, I'd never get tired of having sex with that. And yet, and Richard Gere's long in the tooth. I mean, he's no great-looking guy anymore.
Oh, he's pretty good.
Think so?
He's pretty good. You're not a woman.
Really?
Yeah, Richard
How do you know?
still rings some bells. How do I know what? Richard rings bells or that you're not a woman?
Then I'm not a woman. Believe me.
I always heard that they had
I'd love her with no hands.
I heard they had a problem because she wanted to have children and he didn't.
Well, I don't know.
And then he knew she'd probably leave him if he wouldn't impregnate her.
I think it's great to have, just to have her. Even if she wants to have a baby, let her have it. At least she snaps back into shape. Beautiful girl. Stunning. Imagine her with her ass in your bed. Oh, I'd put her in a thong. I'd rip the damn thong off with my teeth.
You got it all worked out.
Smack her in the ass. Jesus Christ. Put her in
There you go,
heels.
getting angry again. Maybe
Smack her in the head.
to have one of these women.
Cut off her throat.
Knock her out.
Knock her out. Take her teeth out with a board. Oh, I'd have so much fun.
Don't want to listen to her talking about House of Style anymore.
Yeah, House of Style. I wouldn't even let her do that. Punch her in the stomach.
I saw one of those episodes of House of Style, and I'll never forget her saying, "Model trick." She was taking some woman around to shop for shoes. And they found a pair of those shoes with the things you have to lace all the way up, and they have the little hooks.
Yeah.
And Cindy...
I saw that one.
Just had a model trick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd like to smack her. Put her tongue in a blender. Crazy glue her ass to the floor with her legs spread. Oh, what a superior-looking woman. But I accept the fact that she was stupid. I'd go to guys and have bonding sessions with them for brains.
You think she has to have hair pulled out of that mole?
I'd do it for her. I'd pull it out with my feet.
That would let the air out of her head.
She's as dumb as a wall socket, but I'll tell you one thing. I would pleasure myself to all different types of outfits. And if she didn't move so good in bed,
find out things to do with her, huh?
I'd stab her in the ribs and make her move.
I hope people aren't listening to you.
I'd decorate her like a cake. Unbelievable.
Happy birthday.
Ah, beautiful, stunning girl like that.
You say that, and already you can't stand her.
Yeah, but I'd have some fun with that. Oh, I'd teach that a lesson.
Empty vessel.
Empty vessel.
Oh.
Nice skin, I'd peel it off.
Oh. Vacuous.
Now she's free for me.
That's right. She's ready.
All right, very good, Robin. Thank you.
That's what's happening.
We're going to take a little break here. We have to finish off some words, and then I'll do the show plugs, and we'll get out of here.
97.1 The Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Thank you. We now have to get out of here. Don't forget my new paperback is on. Well, it's not so new anymore, but the paperback is on sale.
He brought you that review today. I forgot to even...
Oh, my review of my paperback?
Bag of tricks, yes.
Well, we had a busy show. Maybe tomorrow you'll...
I will definitely make sure you have it.
Always like to read a good review.
I'm just looking to see that your ostrich thing is true. I see an ad here for a 200 to 300% return on your money in the ostrich industry.
Yeah. Jackie's not here. He just went out and bought some ostrich eggs.
He's already in business.
Jackie, New Rave Joke Page Martling, congratulations to you on your new ostrich business. But before you retire, order Jackie's 78-minute CD or cassette. It's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. This Wednesday, Jackie.
Yeehaw! Turkey time!
Yeah.
Turkey day! Turkey day! 2 more days, boys!
This Wednesday, wildest night of the year at Rascals Comedy Club. Featuring Jake Thomas on keyboards. For jokes and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service. What an exciting, Wednesday, Thursdays you have the day off. Wednesday night, Turkey Day.
Turkey day! Oh, dark meat, white meat, stuffing, gravy, big mess.
Don't miss Stuttering John appearing in Tony and Tina's wedding. And to get a signed copy of Stuttering John's debut CD, call 201-942-OUCH. If you're looking for a DJ for your office Christmas party, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. Many dates still available. Well, brings us to the close of another program. That makes
That's one more down in your last year of radio.
That is correct. We are almost finished. I didn't get to any phone calls today, but tomorrow I'm going to leave wide open. And we will get to your phone calls, and hopefully many of them will be sexual of nature. All right, very good. We'll see.
What are you, coaching?
Let's see. Well, we'll see what happens.